player among us. So we'll be playing a role who will show up at the beginning of this game. Unfortunately, our normal dwarven cleric is busy today. Family stuff. But when we last left off, you guys had gone to the dock ward, uncovered a drug operation, which you then attacked and pretty much shut down. Although some of the people behind it seemed to have gotten away. However, the building that they were manufacturing these drugs in, from the crystals you were searching out, did burn down. The town guard decided that okay, well, you might have destroyed a building. You at least took care of part of a drug operation. Decided to give you some money, but then told you to stay out of it because it is a police matter. The equivalent of a police matter, and you guys are not cops. sort of speech. After which, you guys returned with stuff back to the Cathedral of Bahamut. And had a serum manufactured that has so far cured both Heinz and Shiori. They did, however, say because Woe's infection has been more extensive, that it will be a few more days before Woe is ready to return. To leave the cathedral. In the meantime, you were allowed to stay an extra day as Shiori and Heinz were healing up. And it is now morning. One of your new friends, the gnome bard Kage or Cage, depending on how you want to pronounce it, has returned with information in the form of stuff you copied down from various quest boards. This was posted in the forum, so you guys had a week to look it over. And now you guys can respond in character at anything you wish. So let's go with Shiori. Now that you're awake and more responsive, and catching up with what your friends were doing while you were away. What looks interesting to you on this quest board?
Well, looking over what is small gnome that I've only heard of has brought to me. The Order of Tranquility, I believe it was called?
Yes.
Seems off-putting, because I remember the ones we found in the forest above talking about some sort of rite of enlightenment or something like that. So that could be a link there. Any of these things that would give us more information on the town would also be useful as well. What do you all think?
I'm cool with it, but whatever.
It's always good to gather information. Yeah.
I could always go to the tavern on my sure of it.
Just as long as we don't go in any ruins. For some reason, I don't remember why, but not keen on doing that.
But ruins have treasure. Let's go join the archaeologists.
I'm gonna have to agree with Kamazine here.
I'll second that.
Would that technically be a third?
Shut up, smartass.
Whatever. I'm just correcting.
Meanwhile, as you guys are standing around these leaflets and pamphlets and whatever else Cage has brought to you guys, a man in armor seems to be hovering nearby, watching you intently.
Hey.
Who the fuck are you?
If you're gonna stare at us, come over here and talk to us like a normal goddamn person.
What can I tell from looking at this man?
I think he's jealous for my majestic mane.
Good day. My name is John, and I'm with the Temple of Bahamut. I heard you guys helped with the dilemma with the cult, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Hey, I wasn't anywhere near that.
We did. It was quite epic.
It was.
We only got a handful of them, though. A bunch of them ran off.
Because they're pussies.
Have my money.
This is going to be a lovely group.
No,
I'm missing Woe already.
I don't know who this woe guy is, but he sounds epic.
Please continue, Quentin.
yeah. Now I was wondering if you guys would want to help me out with something. I could use some
Sure, bro.
assistance.
I mean,
What's this something?
Now you guys helped with the cult for a bit, but they're still around as far as I know, and they're at the docks.
Well, no shit, they're cold. It'd be a pretty shitty cult if there were only one building.
Yeah, but I would really appreciate some help investigation because I don't think I'm good enough to go in there alone.
Are you under official authority?
I'm
I see.
with the church, so I would say we have some leeway in this, and I don't think the majority are as hasty as I would like them to be.
now, here's an important question.
But didn't the like city guard tell us to fuck off?
Fuck them. We do what we want.
Fuck you! They're the city guard.
Anyways, will they get mad at us if we blow up anything?
Well, I mean, let's just not blow anything up.
But that's not nearly as much fun.
I would say as long as nothing important or innocent gets blown up, we're okay, I guess, as long as we fix something.
Think about this if this is the real world. If you blew, would you be in? Because this isn't just like a video game where there's no consequences.
Fredrickson doesn't. Or not Fredrickson, sorry. Cage doesn't care.
Preferably, I would like it if you don't blow up stuff, because property damage and the such, and it wouldn't really work.
I imagine any passers-by paying attention to this conversation are staring at Kamsi and going, "What's a video game?"
Well, that was out of character. That was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said that in character.
I might also have the backing of one very influential person in this town.
Oh.
So I think we could get away with not listening to the guards per se, as long as you have somebody with some authority.
Which
Which is-
influential person?
I know I'm epic, but I'm not that great.
I hardly think he's speaking of
Oh,
you.
you're so fat.
Great.
Who's this person you speak of?
The person I'm speaking of is Lady Jasmine.
Oh, well, when you say influential person, you mean the most influential, okay.
Isn't she having a party of some sort?
She is, yes. I was
think
thinking of
I would go
attending.
suggest we go help her. Yeah. Play some epic banjo music for her.
So, are you guys up for helping her out then? I suppose.
Yep.
Of course.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I don't see any problem in helping her out. Bit of a strange one, but not bad.
Well, if Marco was okay with it.
No, Marco is very fine with it, thank you.
Yes, that's it then. Let's go. Everybody ready? Do you guys have everything you need?
Wait, We're gonna go. We're going to this party, right?
No, we're not. The
Because
party.
she kind of looks at like the rag she's wearing, and she's like, "I'm not really dressed for a party."
Look, you can go to the party. I'll get you guys in, but first we've gotta take care of this.
Okay.
Then,
This
Wait.
being.
I get to go to an actual ladies' party. Yes, I am in.
oh no. What
No,
the-
this is bad.
What is the job exactly? Or what does it entail? Are we simple information gatherers, or are we the main force in something?
I think it's the point of our assignment is to go in there, scout the place out, and maybe take care of it if we think we're capable.
Where is this
Oh
place
yeah,
located?
we're more than capable.
And it's once again in the dock ward.
Yeah.
Alright.
I see. Well, I missed out on the last time. This could be interesting.
Just,
Yeah,
we'll see how
fun.
all these other individuals work out as well, I suppose.
Yes, I'm all ready to go.
Same, I've been cooped up for too long.
So just to be sure, Siren, you're currently playing Holdier, right?
Correct.
All right, because poor Elnor has been hanging out outside the city, and who knows when I'll hook up back with you guys.
Mhm.
All right.
He's a
Cool,
tough
cool.
elf.
Okay, so you're heading back to the dock ward. Good to know. It doesn't take too long to get there. The streets are crowded. It's morning and everything. There's just the normal, groupings of people, merchants going about their business, people that work in, well, not exactly factories because it's not industrial age, but whatever, the medieval equivalent, like, shopkeepers, scholars, students
Blacksmiths.
running the classrooms, that sort of thing. Be going through the
There's a lot
streets.
of manual labor.
Yeah, trade workers. There, yeah. So as you head to the dock ward, the northern part of it still looks pretty nice. Dock workers going to and from, people that work in warehouses, that sort of thing. And I imagined that. Okay, yeah. So you get to there, you see all that, and you know that the southern end of it is still part of the destroyed, abandoned area that hasn't fully rebuilt since the cult of the dragons attacked a few years back. What would you like to do?
Which
So,
building was this you were speaking of? Turns to Johan. Or Johan, whatever his name is.
did you have any kind of intel?
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm just sending him
Yeah.
a whisper that he gets to deal with him.
It should be in the south, but not quite in the destroyed area.
Okay, along the outskirts of the Ravid area, got it. Anything else? Anything we know? Is this a storehouse or is it a hideout?
Probably
You can say something and I'll run with it if you like.
it's probably a hideout. I think would be my guess.
Okay.
Though we've got to be careful not to murder all the cultists because they seem to have some kind of method to control.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we noticed that some like thralls and not really they're of their own free will.
We did run into them before, and when we took out the leader, the thralls, so to say, came back to their senses. So if we could locate the leader and take him out, we could.
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember. Did the leaders have like a different color robe, or were they just?
Well, not in
Were they
that case, if I
distinguishable?
remember correctly.
Keep an eye out for those who are givers.
I mean, you could tell by their token because like they had a different name, but that's not.
As GM note, they pretty much look indistinguishable. However, you probably remember that the leaders pretty much did all the talking while the thralls, attacked as they were told to, but they didn't usually engage much in conversation. Basically, if somebody seems like they are cognizant and are holding a conversation with you, just figure that they're probably in their right mind, or the.
All right, so those guys we can
Close as
stab.
possible. Yes.
The ones who talk too much. Got it.
Shit.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I think you'll be fine. You haven't tried to control anyone.
Well, actually, this could be a good exercise for you. Try to be quiet.
What's this word?
Ooh,
How about subtle?
I
Okay.
think that's a word he's never heard of.
Seeing as I was born and raised in this town, could I perhaps get the party, not a quicker perhaps, but easier, not through the most crowded streets and perhaps through some back alleys, shortcuts?
Yes, since you know this area and since because of your background in particular, you would probably know this area and some of the other more fringier area type places. Versus, like, the castle ward, you might not have as good of knowledge of. But this place, Stock Ward, yeah, I'd imagine you have good knowledge of that. The only place where it gets sticky is more of the area that was formerly destroyed because it's been rebuilt within the last couple of years.
Yes.
And yes, you could have bought pretty much anything around the city at normal cost, according to the books. If you're looking for anything particular, very magical, anything beyond common magic. Okay.
No. I'm under the assumption that magic items are expensive and rare to come by.
Yeah.
There is apparently a good magic store here in Waterdeep.
My 6 gold isn't anything.
Yeah, when it comes to standard items, even standard weapon and armor, I'll go with it. But other cool magical stuff, that's one of those. Let's RP it out first.
Yeah. So, come on, guys, just follow me. I know this area.
All right. Lead the way.
You got it.
All right.
I'm just gonna take them through the most slummy areas, basically.
Yeah. So the last
No
time
one
you guys were here, you were pretty much down in this area. This time, however, you are closer to this area, which is close to the south ward wall. That's when, let's see, who has the highest perception again? I believe that's in your current group.
Not me. I'm
Yeah.
blind.
I got it. 13 as
All right, so
plus 15 with.
So yeah, anyone
Nice.
with 15 or higher passive perception notices a group of dark-robed individuals walking past over here. These look to be about the same kind of robes that you saw on the previous crystal cultists.
I'm just gonna, once we're out of earshot, just go, all right, I think we found our people.
What do you mean?
We just walked past them.
Well, no, you didn't exactly walk past them. Basically, you're over here, and then you basically see a bunch of them down this way, kind of walking, past through an alley and into a not quite into a building because they're still walking down there, but you can actually see them up ahead.
All right, well, I'll point them out.
All right.
So, I suppose we'll just tag along and follow them.
Seems like fun.
Let's keep quiet.
We can use different streets as long as they know where they're heading for a short distance.
So how would you like to trail them? You don't actually know where their end location is, but you do know the buildings around here. You can see things like fire escapes. There's a few narrow alleys, which are not on the sheet, obviously. These are just the main roads here. Windowsills, all sorts of things. The buildings here mostly are docks, and some of them are like low rent housing.
I'd like to sort of follow behind them, but whenever I notice they're taking a new street, I would follow along on another along that street so that I know what street they're on.
All right.
I'll link up with it later so that we're not constantly just behind them.
All right.
I'll follow
First, roll me a stealth check to see how sneaky you are.
I'm a rogue and I'm not. There we are.
Stealth.
I'm not double proficient in stealth, even though I'm rogue.
Shame on you.
I know. I'm a naughty boy. Oh, sorry. I rolled that. Fuck. I rolled that on for myself. Hold on. Yeah, I roll it again. I had the thing set to self.
Yeah, I can only see it if you roll to either me or the thing.
I got an 18 on.
Yeah.
Roll. Damn it. Always check your character sheet first, you dumb bastard.
But anyway, so you trail them for a little bit. They don't appear to be noticing you, but after a couple of minutes, you see them going down one alley. You try to cut them off, and then discover that they have vanished from sight. There was about 5 of them, and that of varying sizes, so probably varying races, heading that way.
So I'm standing in the alley where I thought they'd be.
Yes, but they're not there.
Time to split up and search for.
Could I investigate?
Yes.
Damn it! Why am I learning so low?
You're drawing a blank here.
Not me.
You weren't with him. He was the only one going on ahead. Everyone else was staying back a ways. You're the only one that was stealthing, which means I assumed that you were going in there, and then basically everyone else sees him standing in an alley, looking confused as you catch up with him.
What's the matter?
Well, I lost them here, so they must have entered one of the buildings here. Guess I kind of lost them.
Okay, look around, see if I see anything hidden.
As you look around, since you were the closest behind him, and the other people were basically following you. You were following him. After a few moments, your fingers touch something, and it kind of whispers sympathetic magic. Since you're playing Chiori, so your warlock senses are tingling as you touch the side of one of the buildings. There's some kind of magical ward here. You also just feel a weird tingle going through your body, as if it's trying to latch onto something and nearly succeeding, but not quite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of pull back, staring at that spot I just touched. There's some sort of magic on this. Without touching, I just kind of point to that specific stone, and it seemed to try to, I don't know, take hold. Not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest.
Like grab on?
Yeah, it's weird.
I can have a look at it.
You want me to just grab it?
I would not recommend that.
I'll cast Divine Sense to see what's up with the rock.
Alright. As you detect it, you notice something that you detected before while dealing with some of these crystal cultists over the last few years. this, of course, has been getting worse lately. You notice that there's a tiny orb on both Shiori and Heinz, and there's a matching aura like that on the rock wall, only much worse. Clearly, that is evil. They're not evil by the aura itself. They for as far as you can tell, you can't tell if they're evil. In fact, neither of them are evil. But there's definitely something on both of them, but none of your other new companions that matches with this with whatever ward is on this rock. But it's like very faint in them. It's almost as if it's about to vanish off of them.
There's some strange kind of evil vibe I'm getting from this rock. I think we're close. Should be somewhere around here. Are there like any buildings here?
Oh, you're surrounded basically by buildings. There's a couple of places that are basically used as slums. Small apartments that aren't really well kept. What you're looking at appears to be an old warehouse that's, well, not exactly abandoned. Would be like low rent that nobody really pays much attention to.
And this rock, is it in a building?
Yeah, it's the rock wall of a building.
Can I lick it?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna lick it.
I would.
'cause-
Bah.
It tastes cold and minerally.
Means it's clear to touch. Then thank you for trying that out for us.
I think
It's not poisoned.
I think if we're gonna start looking somewhere, it's gotta be in here.
Can I take the katana and kind of like try to push the stone in?
Sure. That would, let's see, that would be trying to think, what kind of attempt would that be? Athletics.
All right, I'm really good at that. A +0.
Yeah, you don't even feel anything as you attempt to do this. It just feels like any other rock wall. You only felt something when you touched it.
Do you want me to try?
Are there any other entrances?
You can't see any on this side. If you walk around the building, just take a investigation check and walk around the building, you'll have a better sense of if there are any entrances.
I'll do that.
Oh.
As you guys walk around the building, both John and Cage are doing that. Shiori, Kempseen, and let's see, Heinz, and am I forgetting somebody?
Holier.
Oh yeah, Holier. What do you guys do? You're standing there.
To break down this wall.
All right, give me an attack. Your attack lands hard against the wall, and you succeed in chipping some of the rock. The rock. You now see the imprint of a war axe in the wall, but it doesn't seem to have done anything to the ward.
Are we? This alley it's not very populated, I guess.
Correct. You seem to be the only ones in this alley at the moment.
Could I do another investigation down specifically on this stone and regarding if there's any kind of mechanism controlled connected to it?
As you run your fingers along the stone to investigate it, you feel the same sensation that Shiori was describing. It feels weird. It feels like there's something sort of magical tingling going through you, as if it's trying to latch on to something in you that's sort of there, but not exactly.
Do I have anything?
I'm gonna just try to grab the rock and pull it out.
It just feels like a rock to you. You don't feel anything. It doesn't budge. It's like a flat surface against the wall. It doesn't seem to be any difference between any part of the wall. It's not like an individual brick or anything.
This is just a rock, guys. What are you guys talking about?
It doesn't push or pull. Like if you push on it, it doesn't do anything.
Nope.
If I bunk my head against the wall.
Well, if you did that long enough, you might be able to open up the wall. I mean, his war axe did cause a small dent.
Heinz is going to join the others in walking around the building.
All right, are you guys gonna John and Cage gonna roll an investigation check?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Oh.
As you guys finish your walk around the building, you discover something rather interesting. There are no visible doors to this building. It looks like if there were any, they were all sealed up, and nobody's really noticed because it's like one of these buildings that people pass by and don't pay attention to. However, 2 floors up, on the 3rd floor, you did notice several windows. The wall itself is kind of rough. Difficult to climb up, even if you had claws. But would be possible to climb if need be. But those cultists you saw clearly did not have the time to climb it before getting up there. They probably didn't even have time to fly up before vanishing with the way that Heinz was following them.
It has to be something to do with this rock. The only thing I can think of is that me and Heinz were the ones that were infected.
Is there
I'll try to.
is there a window above the weird rock?
No.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure. You don't feel anything when studying the wall either. However, you have this idea in your head, given what everybody's been talking about, that it's some kind of lock spell that only responds to something like a talisman or, some other magic that would allow the bearer to pass through it. But to anyone else, it would just feel and seem like a normal rock.
I informed him. Like, hey, you have to have a special key to get in. Something that those morons wearing the robes have.
So maybe we just wait here and wait for one of them to walk by and jump them and take it? Because,
That would be effective, yes.
Or I just break this wall down.
That's
Or-
not gonna work, buddy.
If need be, we could climb through a window.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean. What the heck?
I'm just gonna like
I'm gonna
Wow.
take a step
I'm
back.
hiding. I'm like he starts beating on the wall and I like disappear around a corner or something.
Yeah,
or
if
in a
once
bucket
I
from
hear,
like
once
in a
I hear
barrel.
him just going nuts on the wall, I'll do.
I'm also going to.
This dude just beat on the wall and everybody disappears.
I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
We'll scatter.
I'll stay standing next to
Scatter.
him. I'm just
Shit,
gonna
it's the fuzz.
really like he's doing something really strange, and I'm just gonna.
I need to make a roll check to see if the city guard comes by at this point.
It's the fuzz.
Nope. Thankfully for you, in the next couple of minutes, as he's standing there, smashing it with his warhammer, nobody comes by. This place is so out of the way that nobody has come by to check it out. Not even the junkies that are on the more destroyed area.
Heinz is
But the
just
guys
behind
inside
corner
obviously
screen.
know we're coming, right? Like, because we're beating down the wall.
One
Not
could
like
imagine.
We're
one
getting
could
any
imagine.
surprise here.
Heinz is just going to keep an eye on the windows or the surrounding area, see if anyone is looking out or trying to leave.
Roll a perception check.
I'm going to join you on that one, actually.
Yeah,
Bollocks.
I hope.
All right,
You will see.
Shuri. As your companion is sitting there beating the hell out of a wall with a warhammer, and the rest of you are scattering. There are different parts of different sides of the building. You suddenly, hear somebody coming up from one of the windows saying, "What the fuck is that?" And, you see somebody for a moment poke their head out and, take a look down at the thing. You guys, thankfully, are well hidden. And go, I think some idiot is banging on the wall out there. What should we do? And you hear some mumbling. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but definitely they know you're there. And it sounds like they're getting ready to that. Meanwhile, after a few minutes of pounding along this wall, you've made a significant dent in the rock, and it's starting to crumble in front of you.
No, I thought you said this wouldn't work.
And now you notice that everyone else is gone.
Everyone is gone.
You know what?
Wait.
I'll help you out.
Well, the paladin is joining in and breaking down the city.
I just like to imagine that Holder the entire time. He just like, I got this, guys. I got this. Wait, where'd they go?
I see you're a real man. Let's take care of this.
There's just so much like Aronius. Aronius would have done the same damn thing.
We're double teaming this wall.
Well, Ironius would have listened.
No, he wouldn't have.
Oh, if you raged, he wouldn't.
Okay, so anyway, but okay, the wall, the rock is starting to crumble. You feel a bit of a shimmer as the pieces of the warded stone fall out of the wall, and suddenly in front of you there is a doorway instead of more rock wall.
Huh.
The only reason I hid is anyone who gets blown up on.
Yeah, they would probably die. The dock ward would probably be crawling with guardsmen.
He didn't blow up a building. The building blew itself up.
Should I take the lead on this one?
If you all, I mean, we should probably go get the scaredy cats.
Yeah.
I will say that I just step out of my hiding spot.
Before
I
I
was watching, they are aware of us.
I was hiding in the bush.
And
There aren't any bushes.
everyone's aware of me when I walk through.
What was that, Shiori?
They were above in the window. They looked down. They only
Alright,
saw
so-
those two.
Getting pretty loud.
How about the two loud ones go in first, and then me and Shiori take the more stealthy approach and see what we can do.
maybe you guys can go in from up top. I don't know how good you are at climbing, but that would give us a better opportunity of keeping them in there instead of just letting them escape.
I'm not that young anymore. I mean, I could try, but my back.
Alright.
I'm not exactly the best at climbing myself.
I mean, I'm pretty decent at climbing, but I'm going in the front door.
We'll follow behind a good distance, try to remain hidden, surprise them.
Yeah.
They're expecting
Can't
two,
see.
not all of us.
Can't need you to come with us, I think. Provide backup for you guys.
What? One sneaky or
Yeah, you follow
Frontal
us.
assault.
You follow me and Shiori, and then you're their backup if need be.
okay?
Alright.
Just like okay.
They're expecting a few, not all, as many as we are.
Alright, big
We just
guy,
say that.
let's go in.
Alright, so Holdier and John are standing next to each other, correct?
Yeah, and I'm going in, and I cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Okay. Who else is standing like right next to them? I'm just trying to
I'm at the end of the alleyway.
set up the actual map itself so that you guys have a place to battle on that looks, mostly appropriate here. So I want
Probably,
to make sure your tokens are set up in the right spot.
I was probably
honestly,
just on the street, but a bit away.
Okay.
probably at least 10, 15 feet away.
I mean, how big is the radius you want to do? Just out of that radius.
Yeah. What's the biggest radius? 40 feet? I'm outside of that.
I'm in Neverwinter. What are you talking about? I'm scrying.
Yeah.
Using setting stones.
I don't think I'm missing anybody on this
Astral
map,
projection.
but yeah.
I'm on the astral plane.
Just pretend that this building here is the outside of the warehouse. That street over there is like the first floor, where you guys are looking into, or this. And the top of the building is possibly down here or possibly up here, depending on who's going in. So Holdier and John.
There's 2 Kages.
Yeah, 2 Kages.
Oh no, we can only handle 1.
Cool.
Shadow Clone Jutsu?
Shh.
You're looking into the front entrance of a warehouse, which is basically not exactly a lobby and not exactly an office, kind of an area with less than storage, but like a few old desks sort of things, like where you keep ledgers. With another door across from you that apparently goes into a more inner sanctum type place. You can kind of see stairs off to in this direction from it, and the entrance to the rest of the building is over here.
You are out of the narrative, sorry.
Hello. Anyone home? Wendy and Tetra wanted to meet you.
You don't hear anything in response, but give me a perception check.
Tree trunk was flying through the air.
Hold your. A foul stench starts hitting your nose as you walk in.
God, it smells like grandma's cheese.
I've been on a pirate ship, and this still smells worse.
Let's go check it out.
So I'm going to stay probably a good 15 feet behind.
Yeah, I'm with Fury.
I'll keep the ship with the long sword in front.
So probably in the corner now from where they stepped.
I got my.
Yes, and you're extremely sneaky, Campsy. Not even your party members can hear you. They have no clue where you are. They don't know if you're with them or if you've run down the street or are about to get the city guard and tattle on your party. You could be anywhere right now.
Want to see the dragon lady?
I'm just in a bush, Do.
It's actually in this sort of setting that those bushes would actually be trash cans or trash piles.
Oh, that's fine. She's hiding in the trash. She's in the trash where she belongs.
I was hiding behind a can
Trash.
earlier. Nobody can see and nobody.
So are we in front of the door?
Yep, you two in front of the door. The rest of your party is still standing outside.
Is the door locked?
No, it is not actually. Sorry, just realized that shape-wise that goes there. It is not locked. It just kind of starts to swing open at your touch and leading into a dark room. But you can begin to hear a little bit of whispering coming from the westerly direction.
Alright, I guess this is it.
Shiora, Hines, Cage, what do you do?
Is there a spot that we can hide inside the building?
There are desks with like old ledgers on them and stuff, so you can probably like hide behind a desk if you wanted to.
Hide under the.
Yes, you're in. You can hide under
behind
the
a desk.
Yeah. I'm seeing you see the rest of your party enter into that building alone. Well, you're now left out in an alley alone.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna move up to the door at this point. I think I can make it to the door in my turn.
All right. Hildier and John, which one of you goes first into that room?
I guess I go first.
All right. Take a step in and give me a perception check.
I can't see anything. It's a
Wow,
bit
look at the
dark
texture
for
on
me.
those walls.
Yeah, that's good graphics, man. Good pixelation.
So you don't hear anything as a monster suddenly well, actually no, you would recognize, you're a paladin, as a small demon suddenly attaches itself to your leg and just bites into your in sinking its teeth in there. Where is it?
No.
Hold on. I seem to have misplaced the token on this one. 1 second.
Oh no.
Time to smite the demon.
Yep.
Probably too early to smite because I only have like one smite.
Sorry, I thought the token was
Right.
actually already in my list, and I realized, no, that was for another game that I have this token set up properly on another. Ugh. Sorry, I do apologize for the slight delay, but yeah, there we go.
Oh god. It's a Facebook image.
Oh God, no!
No, not Mark Zuckerberg.
Open information, no!
He's gonna sell my
It's
information.
the
to
it's the
communists.
dreaded information sucker. No, just kidding.
No, you're not.
Good.
It's true.
Okay, I've rolled
Oh.
low all evening.
Wow.
Oops. Now I just need to. Bad token.
We're together. You and me can't sing. We'll let them go first.
Yeah, Kim's just hanging out the door like, they got this.
Oh wait, no.
Fuck.
That's just great. I'm happy I
I'm
caught shield.
I'm getting flashbacks to Curse of Strahd.
I haven't gotten that far yet. So shut up.
It can't touch me.
Yeah, be very lucky you have Shield of Faith.
I mean,
hiding.
my AC is 20 now, so I'm pretty confident.
So I mean, told here, as soon as you come in, you see that a small monster of some kind has attached itself to the paladin.
You want help there, buddy?
It's not.
Oh.
Collier, what do you do?
I did a Warhammer and a War Axe attack on the little monster thing.
Sorry, I didn't hear it, and I thought it. The thing didn't do that. Okay, so they both hit. Let's see. I think that kills it. Let me double check. Yeah, those 2 hits land, and the monster's kind of lets out a blood-curdling screech and just kind of dissipates. Leave your turn order up, because you basically hear more whispers, like hearing somebody say, "They've already defeated it. Get ready."
Suck, Cage Whispers. To nobody in particular.
John, what do you do?
I guess I'll walk to. Is there anything else in this room, or is
There's another
there-
door over here.
I'll walk over to the door. Where is the door exactly?
Just pick any location along this side of the wall, and the door's there.
This side here or here? Here. The door's here.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot I'm on the GM layer, and you can't see me pulsing. Yeah, that there.
This is the door.
Yes. What would you like to do?
I guess I would open it
All right.
and waltz in like a stupid idiot. With my shield in front of my face.
All right. Hold on. I was preparing this on GM layer. All right. So as soon as you walk in, you notice that. With me. You notice that this room is fairly large. There is a what appears to be some kind of since you're a paladin, you recognize it as a summoning circle in the middle of the room. There is a guy in much more elaborate robes than some of the ones we've seen around here, standing over here. There's a couple of hired thugs over here, and there's some various robed figures. The ones directly the ones directly in front of you look far more dangerous. These guys over here, up top, other than the thugs, have a glazed look in their eyes, but they're all holding scimitars in their hands. So they're quite potentially dangerous.
So is this black square here like the inside of the room?
Yes.
All right.
I guess I'll take my doom and hit the one in front of me in the face with the warhammer. Or try to.
Yeah, he manages to get out of the way. And let me roll for these guys.
I think I found them.
A small note, Kage's number is out of order.
Yeah.
I'll fix that. Fix that in a second. Let's see. I hate rolling for things, but hey, that's what I get when I'm playing the GM. And
Wow, you really did step into the shit of it, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
right,
Fine.
so
Initiative,
down
initiative.
John. This robe figure kind of looks around dazedly while somebody shouts, "Go get them!" And he goes, "Ah!" and charges right for John.
Wolf.
That completely misses. Next dude seems all the more eager to come for John. Wrong thing. You've got 20 AC at the moment, so these guys are missing. Hines, you don't know what's going on, but you did hear some shouts, and you heard somebody yell, "Get them!"
Alright, I'm just gonna turn to Kage and Shorin and come see and just go, well, I think we're done fucked up. Let's go. And I'm just gonna off the envelopes and papers that are on the desk and just put them on my person. Just take a pile of the most important looking ones, take them on, put them on, and then I'm gonna rush towards.
They all
the
look
door.
equally old and mildewy.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. There could be some
And
loose
I'm
change in
gonna-
there somewhere.
Could I make it all the way down to the door?
Are you able to move that far?
I can move 30 feet. I was thinking, is that the door there? And
Yes,
then, all right.
you can make that there.
So I think I would. Could I? Yeah, no. If I get here, I'm just gonna get to this guy and just go. Sorry about this.
He didn't even see you coming. Ah! He screams, starting to bleed from the cut or stab you put in him. Blood is just kind of darkening his shirt.
He has advantage, right? Since flanking.
Yes.
Are we playing the bad flanking rules?
Is that a sneak attack?
Yes, that is a sneak attack. You didn't know you were there.
Well, and he's within 5 feet
Wait.
of somebody else, right?
Yep,
Sure.
he is. He's right in front of John.
There you go, an extra 1 damage.
Woo!
Every bit helps.
So worth it.
And yep, that's it. So I'm officially standing in the way.
Okay. Age. What would you like to do?
How much can I see from?
From there, nothing. You just basically see Heinz standing in a doorway. You can't even see what's in him.
For now, then, I'm going to use bardic inspiration on.
Play your guitar. Got it. Heinz, you're now
Banjo.
inspired with banjo. Even better. You're now inspired with a 1d6.
Inspiration.
This guy comes forward with a glazed look in his eyes and tries to stab John with a scimitar. This guy kind of makes a growling noise, going, "They found our operation already."
You guys
And-
suck.
And basically, he looks over at, looks past John towards Heinz and goes, "Hold person!" Ah, crap. That's right. That spell does not want to work. It's the
I think
DC
it's
on
a
it again.
wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Run.
Oh, no, wait, that was on Heinz. That was on Heinz, not John. So,
Oh.
Fuck.
Heinz needs to roll
fuck.
that.
Oh,
Wisdom saving throw. Got it.
A 1.
Nope. Heinz basically shook it off too. You kind of feel a slight tingling around you, but then it goes away and you're fine.
Ace point back and go. No!
The robed figure seems surprised.
Don't touch my no-no.
Cam
square.
scene. You're hearing a ruckus coming down from inside the building. It looks like your party members have gotten themselves in trouble again.
I think the furthest I can get is like down here and like kind of. You know.
From that angle, you can kind of make out the thug. You would have disadvantage, but if you have a melee attack, a missile attack or a spell, I believe you're a sorcerer.
I mean, she can spit a fireball at him.
Yeah, you should be able to do that from that angle.
Ooh, 1 damage. Even if it hits, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
The 1 damage crew.
Help! I'm on fire! I'm on fire! He screams. Shiori.
Let's go. Excuse me. Coming through. And I'm going to not really be able to get close. I'm going to take this turn. I'm going to use my action to do this. 7 temporary hit points.
Nice.
As I, like, this ice crystals kind of form around her.
So this guy comes in here, sees that his buddy is being attacked, and at disadvantage attempts to attack Murdoch through the door. Oops, not that one. I was trying to hit the mace. He still misses.
Yeah, miss.
Folier.
Can I try to move through Pink Square?
If Heinz will let you. Oh, Thug, you can't move past the Thug. But you can see the Thug from here.
I mean, if you want to get past me, that's fine by me. Like, I won't get in your way.
We can move... yeah. He screams in pain as you seem to break something on him. Yeah, my elbow. Thankfully, I don't need that arm to hit you.
Stand down.
I don't think these guys are gonna listen.
Can I do an intimidation to make him stand down?
That's bonus action, yes. I will allow it. Since you just hit him with a bludgeoning item. But no, he completely ignores you.
Get that
Like,
cat
I'm gonna
face.
get you.
Charismatic as
This cult fanatic kind of, growling, you're protected by your pathetic faith. He attempts to use inflict wounds on another one that's broken on the sheet. That happened to me
That one-
last time.
That's also an attack roll, I think.
Yeah, that's why I have to actually look it up now. But he's trying to touch you and inflict wounds upon you.
Bad thing is, I don't have much HP. I rolled a 1 on my hit die.
I saw.
Ah,
Oh no.
I didn't roll much on mine either.
Luckily,
wait.
I have decent con, so maybe I'm fine.
It was actually my other character I rolled bad on. This one I rolled max, I think.
I mean, it still needs to hit me, which is on
Oh,
like,
yeah, that hits you.
fuck me. Fuck me.
Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, how much? What does inflict wounds do? Like,
11 damage.
3%.
whoo! That's cutting it close.
But the rogue figure grins maniacally as he sees how badly he's hurting you. Yes, that is how it feels. Submit. The figure who appears to be the leader kind of is watching you guys and grins. Yeah, this is much more fun than the last foolish individual who came tromping through here. He kind of comes a bit closer, looks at the thug guy who's injured, and waves a hand. You see, light spilling across him. Kind of a shape of shimmer going across the thug, which... all of these spells on the cheats are now broken. God damn it.
I thought that's a touch spell.
Oh yeah, you're right. Cure Wounds is a touch spell. It's the healing word that isn't... Okay, they can't cast that anyway. So he's basically getting closer so he can cast it at some point, but he doesn't want to get too close. But he's basically kind of coming up close to see the fun. John, what do you do?
I will heal myself for all the 10 hit points I can and bring me back to 14. That's it. Nice try.
Yeah, this guy, on the other hand, is basically still under the influence and attempts to stab you. He misses. Thug turns his back on you because he's been getting pounded on the guy behind him and raises his mace, going, ah! At Heinz.
Yeah, bonk right in my face.
Take that, you stupid half-elf.
Hey! Come on.
Well, the thug appears to be a half-orc, so...
That doesn't make it better.
No, I'm just saying.
Alright, fuck it. He's dead. He's dying. Do that on him. Right back.
Right.
And is he still standing?
Yes, he is. Oh, my liver! He
You
screams.
still got sneak attack.
Oh
My
yes,
spleen.
sneak attack. Forget about it. Come on,
5
come
feet.
on.
Oh, there you go.
He's bleeding dark blood down into his pants now.
Still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, but there's like blood coming up to his lips. There's dark blood coming down his pants. He doesn't look like he's going to be alive much longer.
Alright, well, him being in that state, do I think I could push past him?
Actually, yes.
Because I'm going to use my bonus action.
But you will take an attack of opportunity from this guy up here.
No, disengage.
Alright, you can disengage.
So I will move into the room And go all.
I thought disengage only allows you to move away from the enemy.
It does.
No, it prevents them from taking opportunity
I-
attack.
I use
Yeah.
all.
As
Everything I can to-
as GM, my ruling is that to disengage, you have to be moving away from the enemy. Not you can't be moving past them into something because that's basically still kind of threatening them. Disengage basically means you're running away, or at least stepping
disengage
back.
means you can move past somebody without provoking an attack. You can't move through them. Like if he's blocking a doorway, you can't move through him.
Yeah,
But you can move around him. Like
Yeah.
if for him to move around, he could, but if not,
Think of it as as he's taking his swing to do the opportunity attack. I'm basically just ducking, dodging, and weaving.
but if he's blocking the door, then you can't. But if there's space for you to move past him, then yes, you can just for running away. Because that would totally invalidate the drunken master monk who can disengage and move and do stuff. So
So what's the ruling here?
Okay, I just got totally confused by what said. The Dungeon Master Mech can only disengage and still move away and then attack is what she was saying, correct?
yeah, if the dude's blocking the door, he can't disengage and move through him.
Oh, that's right. And you're a rogue, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's right. You do have the ability to disengage after attacking. There's rogues that could do that.
This is what it says right here on the disengage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm using my cunning action to basically avoid any attacks
Got it.
that are oncoming.
Yeah, that I understand.
Mm.
No, I was just for a second there, I forgot that it was that you got that early. For some reason, I kept thinking it was a level 3 ability.
All right.
I was just thinking disengage, as in running away, sort of thing that people do.
Am I only allowed to move away then, or should I be able to move through?
You can move through him.
Alright, well in that case I'm using all of my will to avoid attacks. I'll move all the way over here, basically.
That sounds like fun.
So I'm basically
Drunken
just starting
master.
leaving, just, hello, surprise, I'm over here.
Hello.
Haha.
I've got one character I could do several different D&D builds with, and they all still equal the same personality. And one of them, sorry, it's still Cage's turn. And one of them would be Drunken Master, but I think right now
Drunken Master doesn't mean that you drink; it's your fighting style.
Yeah,
you basically look drunk when fighting, or sort of. You look like you don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, and that's my move.
All right, so it's Cage's turn.
If I go here, would I be able to see this dude over here?
If you go where?
Here.
Sort of, but if you're trying to missile attack him or anything, or even if it's like a spell, it's disadvantage because you're going through a doorway and through several people.
It's not like an attack.
Oh, you're talking about Vicious Mockery, aren't you? Because you're a bard.
No.
Right. Oh.
Not Vicious Mockery, but I'm not like firebolting or anything like
that. Oh, okay.
I just need a clear view of this. I just need to be able to see.
Well, you don't have a clear view. You can sort of make them out, is basically the thing, but there's still two people and a door in front of you.
Oh, okay. So where's the door at?
The door is right here, basically.
Oh, okay. So I have to go through that guy.
Yeah.
Between the yellow lines.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll go. Vicious Mockery. But no. I'll vicious mockery the guy that hold you.
I think I got one of the spells. So your vicious mockery. Which one? Okay, pink. Got it.
That would be the one that hold it.
So the thug is got that. Wisdom. He screams, touching his head. More blood trickles out of his nose, out of his mouth, and he suddenly just drops dead in front of you.
Your mom doesn't love you.
Vicious mockery. I feel like that always kills someone.
It kills him inside.
Bards are awesome.
I told him to stand down, and he didn't. There are ramifications.
And he died knowing that his mom doesn't love
The robed figure over there with the glazed eyes, once again, he attempts to poke John with a scimitar.
That number go.
Yep. Yeah, there's two more, but they're both kind of like just standing there. Robed figure kind of turns and it makes a really angry bitch face at Heinz. You will pay for attacking us, and he uses inflict wounds on you.
Ow, ow, ow. I already know this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that really hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Ooh, that would have killed me.
No, that's just the to attack.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I always forget.
Sorry,
That
I
would
It
have
basically puts his hands on Heinz. It's like
Is there anything I can do to get half health or anything? Half
let me
damage?
look over the thing on that.
Is it a Constitution save? Can I
Like
save anything?
stupid roll 20. It's had to destroy the spells on the NPCs again. But I had the books, and that's what GMs have used since well before roll 20. I can do the same.
It's just a spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if there's a saving throw.
No,
Nope, that's an attack. That's right. Saving throws only work on things that are instant attack, that don't go through attack spells. You can only really do that, except unless the dialect says other. Basically, it's either an instant attack or it's something that you can use a saving throw on. It's not both. Sorry, it's either a regular attack or it's an instant with a saving throw. There we go.
Yep.
That's what I meant to say.
Alright, so I'm on
With the exception of magic missiles, which is why GMs hate magic missiles and players love them.
Yes.
Unless they're at the player.
I mean, DMs can use them.
Yes, that is true. That's
Put
true.
more mages with shield spell.
Yes, shields.
We had a
Shields.
grind every night. Wipe out our fucking cleric with a magic missile.
And now we get to cam scene.
Do it. Do it.
Magic missiles, the magic version of shotgun. Yes.
Did Camsine mute herself?
No, I just lost connection briefly. Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Come on.
Cam is gonna scoot on down. Let's see.
Go down.
Yeah, get myself there, I guess. Does that mean I can get a clean shot at that dude?
Yes. There's nobody blocking the door anymore. You can see that guy clearly.
I'm actually gonna just be a dick and make him go to bed. Well, not be a dick. I'm gonna be nice and put them to sleep. Or
Nice.
attempt to put them to sleep. So hold on. Let me. What is it? 20 feet of a point. So I gotta.
Blue spell's awesome.
Let me draw a. Well, it's good in early levels, but it sucks later on.
Yeah.
Draw
to
a
hit
20
any
foot
allies with it.
sphere. Maybe that ish. That's close, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to get too many guys in it, because then it won't be very good.
I mean, it automatically targets the weakest person, so
Yeah.
it
All
doesn't
right.
really matter too much.
So we're gonna try to put it there.
Okay.
I don't want to hit. We're gonna try to put it like so that it just wouldn't hit him. Hopefully.
That's a bit
And let's
John,
roll it.
John wanted that.
Deep. Good night. Roll all ones. You can do it.
Woohoo!
Oh.
21. Nice. So this guy is now asleep. This guy is now asleep. And the others just kind of stare over at you. Goes, I have to do something about that one. Actually, hold on a second. Nah, it doesn't quite touch the. What? No, it does touch this one. So this guy's also asleep. Some of those guys to bed.
Yeah. Don't touch them. They're taking a nap.
They just kind of collapse to the floor. Their scimitars clanging to the ground as the the boss dude over here kind of looks really upset about that. Shiori, what do you do?
I'm gonna run past that mercenary that's on the other side of the door, so I will get attack of opportunity against me.
Alright, yeah, the guy gets one. He goes, ah! Tries to smack you with his mace a couple times.
Well, I guess the one, but yeah.
What do you do?
So let's see, that brings me down to 3 temporary hit points. And I'm going to look at the one that's right here.
Alright.
Bonus action, I'm casting Hex. And the area gets kind of cold around him. As action, I'm going to strike him with my katana. So I guess strike. And he's going to have disadvantage probably on. I'll make it strength. Why not? I didn't do any damage for some reason.
How much damage is it supposed to do?
A 1d6, so I'll just roll 1d6 real quick while I fix that. It's all 1d6 necrotic.
So you see bits of color leaching from his face.
I will use my reaction if the one that just got hit attacks Shiori to do protection from my fighting style.
Well, this thug kind of looks around. He looks like he wants to bolt. Yeah, actually, he goes, "I'm not getting paid enough for this," and he turns, provoking John.
Nah, he can go.
And he starts running off towards the stairs.
You sound big.
He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh dear.
I don't know what the fuck is
Give me enough for this shit.
Hello, everyone. I am your friend. Not really.
Don't hit her.
You go after the guy that looks like he's in charge?
Yep.
He kind of grins at you as you fail to land the blow. How pathetic. Soon. Test.
There it goes.
Nice. But soon you'll be unable to say no. Sorry. Figure. Wincing in pain and just it decides to strike Shiori back. You little.
It has disadvantage on the attack.
Nice.
Like, you little bitch. How's a weapon? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Like, tries to stab you twice with his dagger.
So the first one misses.
They
Oh
both
no,
miss.
the first. Yeah, they both miss actually.
Yep.
I'm not used to having high AC.
The acolyte guy kind of like looks straight at Holdier and says, "Here, let's see if you can handle a little bit of extra light around you." Cast Secret Flame, which of course does not want to work.
Fine.
I didn't make it.
It's
Yeah.
It's a
I
D8.
fail.
It's a D8. Unless he's above level 5.
Damn.
Like, you see a radiance surrounding Holdier's head, exposing him, so to speak, causing damage.
Hold
What
you,
do I
you're exposed.
do?
John, what would you like to do?
I would like to move in between Shiori and Heinz, and I will. I'll guess I'll heal Heinz with your wounds.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Got me back.
Alright, that particular robed figure is unconscious, and I'm going to take him off the order, because I don't think they're going to wake up anytime soon. Bug is dead. Heinz!
Well, I noticed who is the big guy here, so I used my bonus action to disengage. And I'll just move up and stand right here. Hello. And short sword.
He laughs and dodges away from your attack. That'll do it. Cage, what would you like to do?
Before it's over, I'm just gonna shout, "Hey, everyone, focus on this guy. The others are under his control."
I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to attempt to cast Charm.
Charm person on who or what?
The guy who looks like he's in charge. Yep.
He just kind of laughs that off. What, you think I'm not protected against such things?
You still have to make a check, or
No, he's immune.
damn it. It was worth a shot. I will give Bardic Inspiration.
Ah, shit! Forgot I had inspiration. Bollocks.
You can still use it anytime.
Could I
You
use
there,
it?
the leader. The leader yells. Oops, put out the wrong one. The wrong token. Um.
Hmm.
You there. Attack! This guy's still awake. Around, sorry, he comes around this way, pulling out his scimitar, and tries to stab Olier.
You fucked up, son.
You see that his eyes are glazed over. He appears to be a gnome. This one over here, like, looks at John, then looks over at Shiri, who hexed his buddy.
I will use protection again. If they attack Shiori.
Alright. Disadvantage, and tries to stab her.
That second one hits.
Ha!
And now I am. Sorry. I have 0 temporary hit points, but full health.
Comes in.
I'm going up into the doorway so I can get a better view of what's going on here. And I guess I'm gonna do my shitty firebolt at that red robe figure in front of me.
Robes start to smolder slightly, and he glances around, seeing you for the first time, his eyes widening. Ah, crap. Jerry.
The one in front of me. Bonus action. X-Blade's Curse. So... And then I just attack him.
Ooh.
I believe if I click this button, because he's still hexed... I'm just going to repeat the thing. That didn't work as well as it did.
Alright. Given the attack, and given the extra damage, and the fact that he's distracted, this is going to be a terminal attack against him. How would you like him to die?
She shoves the sword straight through his chest, and he kind of like freezes solid.
He basically turns into a block of ice after saying, "Oh shit," when he sees Cam scene.
Yeah, and then kind of push him off so he just kind of shatters.
Crash to the floor. There's a tinkling noise, but even the shattering bits don't wake up the sleeping people.
And I turned to the one next that just attacked me, hurt me. Just stare at him.
Gonna do intimidation?
Sure, why not? I'm good at that.
Yeah, a bit of casual intimidation. Yeah.
That guy's eyes are widening a bit. And the guy over here is like shouts and says, "Stop it! Don't worry about her. Just focus on what we're doing." Meanwhile, this thug over here, runs away up the stairs. It's like, "That's it. I'm out."
Don't worry about it. You see someone running away.
What are you doing? Dying?
Oh dear.
Still the main guy.
Alright. That first one hit. You hear a slight crunching of ribs as you connect with him. Oof.
Oof.
I'm going to also use my action surge.
What? Action surge. Excellent.
Oh,
That's a miss. That'd have been good damage too if it connected.
Don't you get both your attacks if you have two
and
attacks?
possible bonus action, yeah.
Oh, that means
Do I?
Yes, you do. Get one more attack. Sorry. Miss. The guy in charge, does a bit of a grimace. Says, you're a bit stronger than you look there. And,
You're gonna take that?
If you
he
surrender,
on himself.
I will not kill the rest of you.
Should regain 4 hit points. Basically, see a bit of light and shimmer around him. John.
I will hit the one in front of me with my warhammer, and I'll yell out, "Don't kill them! I think I would like to keep him alive for questioning later."
You missed the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
Heinz, what would you like to do?
I'll stay where I am and attack the so-called leader here. My short sword. Yep. And does that hit?
Yes, it does.
That's 11 damage on him.
See a bit of blood trickling down from his dark robes. Cage.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Ooh, could I just add something?
What?
I was gonna use my bonus action, disengage, and move past him, stand behind him.
Damn it.
Yes, Heinz.
Let's see that. Conscious. This guy is still going for hold ear. Misses. This guy is kind of staring still at Shiori and is, trying to decide who's more intimidating to him. Is it Shiori or is it the leader? What do you do?
I just point at just ice, and then point to him.
And roll me a second intimidation check if you would.
Second verse, same as the first. Nope.
Nope. His face suddenly hardens, and he goes for you again.
Protection.
First one hits still. Hey, look, the first damage I've taken is that's to my actual health.
Stabby, stabby.
Well,
Yeah.
he imposed disadvantage, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing. What would you like to do?
Fire at the dude there.
Yep. You can see his robes are smoldering. Fury.
Bonus action, we're gonna move the hex to him. You don't stab this Shiori. That's bad. Bad idea.
Didn't you get temporary hit points for killing the other dude? Because Hexblade scores.
Oh, that's right. Equal to my level plus my charisma modifier, which is technically 7. So I have 1 temporary hit point left. I forget these things. Thank you. I cheated. I'm gonna attack him. Where's my thing? There it is.
Which he promptly dodged out of the way for.
I'm just gonna kind of dance around him and kind of stand between him. No, I'm gonna stay. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna stay. Because John's protecting me.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
Oh dear.
I'll move right in front of him and flat out tell him he has nowhere to run. Either stand down or die. I'm still gonna attack him.
Stand down or
Ooh.
die. Nice.
Well, he is looking pretty rough. That attack was massive, and you heard huge crunching of ribs and possibly part of his chest. Part of his what is it, breastbone, sternum? It just cooking, and blood is leaking from his lips. It's like, ugh, damn you! You will not stop this. We will live on. We will be the ones in power. Just see him fumbling with something under his coat, and you hear something crunching, and he goes, ah, and he collapses in front of you.
Damn cyanide.
John, what do you do?
I'll attempt to grapple the guy in front of me.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, he has a disadvantage on strength, just like the last one did.
Alright. Oh yeah, you grabbed him. What do you say to him?
your boss is dead, I advise you stand down and cooperate with the investigation.
All right. Because you have him and the boss guy's dead. The only other guy that's up is a, it's one of the people that's under a spell of sorts. That guy kind of like you hear the scimitar drop from the other guy's hand, and as this guy quits struggling, seeing that he's the boss is dead, and he's been grabbed, and there's all these pointy objects pointed at him. Like, all right, have it your way.
I'll put him in manacles.
I'll go loot the leader.
No. Hold ears looting the leader.
Roll a Okay, the two people who are attempting to loot the leader, roll dexterity checks. We'll see who reaches into there first.
Oh my.
Right, that's definitely Holdier.
How did I beat you two? I have 10 dex.
Because my fucking rolls were shit.
Yeah, mine too.
Pirate.
That's actually very appropriate.
I will also search the guy. I just put in manacles for any kind of thing that the leader might have used.
I'll finish up with the searches and the results of things in a minute. Let me give you everybody their XP, then I can close down the little pages and finish up with what you're finding on these bodies.
Okay.
So let me do that, and then I will resolve the finding situation. So, oops, this is my calculator. Duh. Okay. Okay, first off, John searching the robed figure on his own. You find a vial of that, of what looks like the red rock in there. And, you find, of course, a dagger. And that's about it. As for Holdier, as you pull your hand out, you're holding a blue crystal, kind of like in two shards.
Well, ain't that fancy?
Did we notice anything? Do we notice any difference in the way he acts once he picks up and holds the crystal?
He appears to be okay.
What else is on this guy?
Let's see. You find another dagger. You find what appears to be a religious symbol, although roll a religion check. Okay.
Holy crap.
It appears to be some kind of abyssal sigil, even though he was casting like healing spells. Somehow he had access to healing despite the abyssal, abyssal relation that he's holding.
Hey, Sunshine and Dandies, do you want this thing?
Sure. Might help with the investigation.
So what are these rocks? I'm still holding one.
Apparently, they make them into.
So what you guys
rocks.
saw earlier, this looks a lot like the black crystal that you guys had found, but this one's blue in color.
Dude, you should put that in the bag and stop.
Here, catch.
Who has a bag on them?
I have a bag for my gold, so that's that.
I have a backpack. I mean,
What are we trying to hold?
He's found one of those crystals, but this one's blue in color.
I can just mage hand hold onto it so that it's not touching anybody.
I would like to do an intelligence check of what the druggies said last session.
All right.
I don't remember what the blue one does.
Yeah, you don't remember if anybody mentioned anything about the blue crystal or the blue drug, but I seem to recall there was a vial of it somewhere.
Would I know?
Would you know? Good question. Let me whisper that to you.
I think I remember it.
Something about making you smarter or something? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember.
You can cast a spell for too long.
I remember slightly more, but not enough. I just remember that it was blue. I got a 7.
Those improve magical capabilities. But it also increases or indulges, let's just say, unwanted behavior, like the pursuit of dangerous magic or magic items.
I see.
Just makes Holdier more Holdier.
Well, dear, from your perspective, you feel fine. Like, you don't feel any impulse to steal like any of the magical items around you any more than you did before touching that crystal. Anyway.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right.
Oh, actually, I forgot. I need to grab a mace.
Hey, grabbed one of the guitars. I don't know if you caught that.
As this
Yeah,
whole, no, go on.
Yeah, pretty much you only found one mace on the ground. It was from that dead thug.
There's another mace out there.
Yeah, that guy ran upstairs.
As this is all going on, I'm gonna investigate all the papers and letters I picked up in the first room.
You said there was a circle on the ground?
Yeah, there appears to be a summoning circle on the ground.
I'm gonna look at that.
All right, Arcana check. Heinz, the papers smell moldy. They smell musty. You can make out a few words of transportation ledger, dealing with shipments of grain from such and such a place, shipments of fish catches, fancy furs coming down from the Icewind Dales, that sort of stuff.
So I'm basically just going through a paper, looking at it, just throwing it over my shoulder, looking at the next one, throwing it over my shoulder.
Shiori, you have no idea what sort of circle this is, only that it looks like it could be a summoning circle.
Alright.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
help with. I'm gonna check that circle.
Kamseen, what would you like to do?
I just poke around in this room, like.
You got the little robed gnome over here, kind of like standing around, looking blank, looking around at the other people who are unconscious. you find like a human, an elf, and a kobold, kind of like all in robes, just like laying there.
How about we just? She might try to snap them out of it.
All right.
Like pour some water on one of them and see if it wakes up. Like maybe the kobold, because
All right. The kobold kind of like snaps to, kind of waking up and blinking and going, where am I?
You're in a warehouse, dude.
Mommy? Kind of looking up at Comscene.
it's like
I didn't know you were a
mommy.
mother. That's adorable.
What a family reunion.
Alright.
She's
While
like,
she's
hey,
doing that,
nobody's
I'm gonna
mommy.
I even
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go
find
check on
that
this.
cute.
Doggy, what Cage? What are you trying to look at?
I'm checking out this gnome over here.
The gnome's just kind of looking around blankly and kind of stares at you and says, "Do I know
I'm gonna
you?"
slap him.
Ah! Don't slap me.
You awake? Oh, okay.
I'm awake.
I don't know. Do you know me? Who the fuck are you?
No.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm David the gnome.
You're David the gnome, huh? What do you usually do, David the gnome?
Rides
Well,
around in foxes and takes care of animals.
yeah. Well, I was working on a little farm, a little commune, and yeah, that's kind of the last thing I remember clearly.
Well,
Well, now you're a water jeep.
He's a hippie.
Yeah.
Oh.
You probably head to the Church of Bahamut.
Okay.
Let them know you're taking control by these guys. I point at the dead cultists.
He nods a little. Thank you, kind gnome.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
If Holger is moving upstairs, I'll
Yeah.
follow him.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind.
All right. The second floor seems to be a barracks space. You see, about 10 beds. A few foot lockers, but they're kind of like standing open and don't really have anything interesting in them. Just underwear and more robes. You don't see any personal effects anywhere. There's a third floor above this one, which would lead to the windows you saw on the outside.
Keep climbing.
And
Get her, get them off.
Keep following.
this
Get her.
is purely empty. Well, empty except for the occasional rat kind of like staring at you and running off, and a few pigeons that are sitting on a windowsill. They're cooing. The thug seems to have left. He probably went out a window.
Huh. Guess they're gonna know we're coming to the next one.
So the only thing we found here are a couple of knocked around thralls and apparently a summoning circle. And of course the blue crystal.
Yes.
There was a demon-looking thing in the first room, but I squashed it with my hammer and an axe and just poofed.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, same.
It was really, really, really weak.
It also smelled terribly.
It was a demon, so I don't think it had much on it.
Well, putting two and two together then, I'm guessing there was summoning demons. Demon summoning drug-dealing cultists. Lovely.
These dudes are weird.
Well, yeah, everything weird seems to thrive in Waterdeep.
At least we might finally have a lead now.
Oh yeah, one of these dudes is alive.
True.
One of that was a good hold there. As you get back downstairs, you notice that another one of the cultists, the robed cultist that was formerly asleep, is now up and awake, and appears to be a kobold.
To wake the other, like we did have like a couple of them asleep, right?
Yeah, a human and an elf.
Wake them up.
I'll help. I'll
Smack.
slap them both.
Smack.
Wake up, damn it!
They kind of yelp as you violently wake them awake. I'm up! I'm up! Wait, where am I?
Good.
Get back to work.
You're in a warehouse. Go to the Church of Bahamut.
Where is the Church of Bahamut?
I'll accompany
We're
you
in
guys.
Waterdeep.
I'll take you guys to the Church of Bahamut together with this scoundrel.
The cultist you captured is not very happy, but you know he doesn't have anywhere to go right now. He used up his spells, and you have manacled him. So it's back to the church you go.
Mm-hmm. Seems
We
like
sort
the
of
best
was
place to
further
go.
away.
All right.
At least to drop them off.
Just before I go, could I just investigate
Yes.
the circle?
Go for it. You can see various arcane writing. The only thing that comes to mind is a summoning circle of sorts. Which one of you is currently holding that abyssal-looking charm? Or abyssal-looking holy symbol? Or, anti-holy
Give
symbol.
it to the paladin.
I'm holding on to it now, I think.
Okay.
Sunshine and dandy.
Because
So,
evidence.
You notice
I will
one of the same symbols along the edge of this summoning circle.
That ain't good.
well,
The interesting thing about the configuration of the summoning circle is that it has 7 points, and one of them is this particular symbol.
No, it has something to do with demons.
I would like to either if I can put it all into memory, this entire circle, or
Yeah.
if I could.
Can somebody
Draw it
make
down.
a copy?
Yeah, I'll make a copy on the note.
All right. So, are you going to stay there and do that while the rest of them take these people back to the Church of Bahamut, or are you guys all going to
Yeah.
wait for him?
No,
I'm-
we're gonna. I mean, I think it's best to wait just in case somebody ends up coming
Yeah,
here.
we'll wait.
I'm just standing over there, so taking notes and drawing on a board.
Okay. So it takes. Let's see. Roll me a 1d10.
Right.
So it takes you about 13 minutes to copy it down with all its symbols and forms and everything like that. But you do have an adequate representation of that summoning circle in your inventory now.
Nice.
All right. So you guys head back out. Do you try to go through the alleys, or do you go up just the main street?
I guess the alleys are fine.
All right.
While we're doing that, can you just sing a song about how much the guards suck at their job?
And as you start singing, a couple of guards actually appear around the corner. They kind of stare
Guards
at.
suck at their jobs. They're no
The-
good at it because
It's
they
like,
can't
hey,
do shit
you!
right."
Stop right there! You hear.
Hey, bite me. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Where are you taking this man? Do you have paperwork?
To the Church of Bahamut.
The Church of
Oh, the
Bahamut.
paladin might.
The Church of Bahamut. I showed him my holy symbol like an FBI badge, because that's gonna work.
They kind of look at that and look at him. Like, he's not making any protests about it. It's like, alright. And it's like they think for a moment. Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Pretty good.
Decent.
Yes, here, I see. Would you like an escort to the edge of the dock ward, then?
I'm sure we
Nice.
wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I'm Still stinks.
So the guards are now not very fond of Cage, as they escort John and the rest of you to the edge of the dock wards.
Truth
Heading
hurts,
up-
doesn't it?
Yeah, heading up to the church. You don't get any more hassling, but it looks like Cage might find it hard to go back into the dock wards without being hassled by cops.
So I would also I would like to ask them to go to the place we went to and set up some guards to make sure nobody erases or fucks with that circle that's there.
They say, "Yes, sir. Just come by the high office of the ward if you need any more help."
It's very appreciated. Thank you for your good service today.
Oh, and don't destroy any evidence while you're there.
We're not newbies. They kind of grumble at you as they let you guys pass.
Good job.
So, not long after you get this guy back into the Church of Bahamut, you still have two small pieces of blue crystal on you, and the church, and you have a couple of those other cultist guys who were under the influence and are now being brought to the church. You have done a good deed for the day, and you guys deserve more experience.
Yay!
Mind making sure I'm all okay. That thing.
Yeah, probably be a good thing to check yourself.
Check yourself
Check
before you wreck yourself.
before you-
Giggity.
Yeah.
You better check yourself.
And we leveled up for
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Until the long rest, yeah.
You guys are what, level 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
After
get
the
the
long
pack
rest.
boon.
Am I wrong? Or
Did anyone change, a multi-class or anything?
Nope.
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 Pierre is a warlock's bottom.
Alright, cool.
Now I gain a proficiency in
Avex's mustache.
Mustachio.
So we level up now?
Well, yeah, you'll level up eventually. I'm just writing down. I'm trying to keep track of what classes and levels you guys are
Okay.
on a big master sheet of mine. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
So,
Prosit.
the guy in charge of the cathedrals, looks over what you've brought. He goes, you've saved some more people from this from this horrible cult, have you?
Yeah.
Yep.
We also were able to capture one of them.
All right. Oh, I see you brought him with you.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, where he
Leader
should
killed
go, I
himself.
don't know. Yeah, the leader off themselves.
Took a cyanide pill like a bitch.
He used these.
I wouldn't recommend touching them.
are you pulling out the secured crystal shards?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The priest looks at them and goes, "Oh, you found some more of that. Is someone infected? Do they need curing?"
Check me out, please.
All right. He casts, detect disease and kind of nods. Yes, looks like you have the start of an infection. I'll just cast some lesser restoration on you for doing this. And he casts lesser restoration, and you are now cured of the infection.
I give him a good thumbs up.
I'm gonna walk up to him and just go, do you know anything about summoning circles?
A little. Why?
I'll show him the notes. We found this summoning circle. I'm wondering if you could tell us something about it.
He kind of like takes the paper and looks at it. I'm going to need to put some study in on this. Let's see. I'm gonna have to. I think maybe. Yes. I will talk to our patroness about this. I'm sure
I'll come
she'll
back
have some
for-
interest.
Yeah, I'll come back for information later.
Do you think it could summon like this short little thing that bites ankles, looks demonic and monstrous? I'll try to like describe what I destroyed.
Smells bad.
To buy it, let's see. Roll a Arcana check, guys, from the description.
Me and Joan.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you actually re-describe it, Holdier, you think about it for a moment and realize, oh yeah, it's a dretch.
Yeah, one of those. Dredge.
Like they're like the almost the bottom of the demon hierarchy. Mean little things.
Be a bitch.
But what are the summon easy things for people who want to mess other people up to summon?
So it's basically in the summoning 101.
Yeah.
Summoning for novices.
Well, summoning for attack reasons, novices. I mean, I imagine a Quasit would be summoning up 101. If you're going for demons and not devils. If it's devils, it's an imp. But, yeah. Okay. I think we should take like a quick 5-minute break and use the bathroom and everything.
Are we going to take a long rest now so we could level up, or are we?
Yeah, you guys can have a long rest. Like, you can discuss what your plans are for the next day.
Did you ever look over Brute?
Damn it.
I need to go to use the bathroom. Be right back.
Okay.
Damn it! Get that performance out of here, you loud.
I'm tuning my guitar. Shut the fuck up.
I might snap your guitar pretty soon. You're getting worse and worse.
Oh, this is the worst I've performed. All the others are pretty good.
There you go. That's not too bad.
You. Spell I want isn't in here.
Give me a high one. Yes.
Nice.
You know what? I think that's the second. No, it's not the second. It's my first critical, but I got a high roll on the last time. I'm a rogue with 32 hit points.
I have 30 myself.
I mean, you have high con, so.
Yeah.
And I get a new spell. Spider Climb.
Sweet. That's a. Oh.
It's a fun one.
Apparently, I get expertise. So that's cool.
I can get a drink roll. Be right back.
Ooh, extra spell slot. Nice.
I also gain a fighting style, so I'm probably gonna pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Ruling
add
up.
these feats manually.
Some of this shit. Now I can Scimitar as a focus spellcast.
I'm back.
How do oath spells work? Oh,
I think aren't they just automatically memorized?
Yeah, I think they don't count against your other. I guess
yeah.
I think the only one that counts against is the warlocks because they don't get theirs automatically.
Mm-hmm. That's sad for warlocks. They really could use some more.
One question is if I cast just to test this, it doesn't automatically do it. Neat. I'm gonna have to edit it.
Okay, that's done.
In my chair, Lyra.
I'll test this again. What the fuck?
And I have returned.
That didn't fucking save properly.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Still.
I'm back and my cat is in my chair.
Of course.
Like, I am the DM.
DM, put it dead.
What is going on? Why is my computer lagging?
Alright, one final test. There we go. I got it to work.
Okay, my computer is acting up at the moment, so if I disappear, you know why.
Got it. Meanwhile, have you guys decided what you're going to do next? What your plan of action is? Or have you just been spending that time leveling?
I had to get a drink, so I came back.
Alright. That's fine.
I'm still leveling.
My question is the party this next day that we're sleeping into or the day after?
It'll be until the next day, which will be the second to flame roll.
We're currently the first, so it's basically gonna be on this day. After our long rest.
What's going on?
Yeah, let's see. In terms of things going on the second to flame roll, there is Lady Ivan is looking to interview for new guards and valets.
Yeah, Jasmine's is on the 6th. A flame roll.
Yep, Jasmine is holding a party on the 6th of flame roll. However, she will need to interview people for serving and host, serving in guarding positions before then. But you also have potential in if you wish to talk to her via John here.
We should do that. Just go
Yeah, I
see
agree.
her and scope her out. The person she is.
Oh, Heinz would love to.
Of course, Olier wants to go to a party.
We're not going to party, guy. We're going to work.
We're gonna go party?
Work.
Yeah,
Well,
Sure. The party is actually at. Put insert tavern name here.
Well, on the second, it's still incapacitated for the moment. Although he looks like he'd be ready to get back to work the next day. You guys also have the same people.
Okay, well, that should be it. Yeah, for some reason my computer just lagged out.
Happens.
It wasn't even
Microsoft
like
had to update.
It wasn't even my fucking connection. It was just my computer going, "Oh my god, there's so much to do."
You're going, I hate you.
Eat shit. Your life sucks.
All right, let's see. Did everything work? Gonna try. Yes. Ear for deceit, eye for detail. That eye for detail one I always thought was a little bit odd. Because usually I would allow anyone to use their bonus action in middle of a fight to find something. But I guess that's just me.
If it's a perception, I usually do, but investigation, where it's more hands-on, I usually
Yeah. Hell, I know some GMs who won't let you talk out of turn. If you're talking in character, it has to be on your turn if you're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, well, this is on.
And I go,
turn.
within reason, you guys can shout to each other, but, if you can't have a long, protracted conversation.
I have prepared a speech. It is 5 minutes long.
Meanwhile, a bunch of arrows come hitting you without you having a defense up. Because you have disadvantage on any attack roll, and they have advantage on you for having this long-winded speech.
Grizz, did you ever look over the brute?
Did you say brute?
Yeah, it was the archetype for fighter.
Oh, okay. Where's that again?
I just posted it in general again.
Oh, general. That's why I didn't see it. Cause mine's set to on the road. Oh, wait. No, I don't see anything in general.
Oh, I posted it in the wrong general on another channel.
Whoops.
That's why. If it has anything to do with on the road, just post it in on the road.
There you go.
Put it in general. I think I should be fully leveled up.
Additional fighting style. Strike at level 3, you're able to strike with weapons that. And this is for a whole year.
Yeah.
Considering what he's already been doing, I would say yes, this does actually look pretty good for him.
Oh, my sneak attack is now 2d6. Nice.
Nice.
Look at that, Quentin.
Now you can have a chance of doing 2 damage instead of just 1.
Yes. Oh, that's Thieves Can't. Why did I hit that?
Thieves can't what?
Damn it, need to change that.
That would be Havoc's response to all of that.
Sneak attack.
My devil sight. Good news is I got improved impact weapon. So this will be fun.
Well, it's working now.
Yeah, it's working. I love how you rolled the same number.
Which is ironic because the first time it's the critical roll, max roll, and now it's the nat 1.
Well, it's a nat 1 plus 5.
I scream, you scream, we all scream.
Nat 1!
Each day is a new nightmare in this hell world we call Earth.
Also, have this character sheet been updated since
Yes.
last time? Yeah, I noticed that there's a lot of.
That's why some of my NPCs have crappy spells, but at least I can update them better than I could before.
Yeah, they're a lot less ugly, and you don't have to. You can just drag and drop. You don't have to add and then drag and drop into the added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the skills, you can add grappled, blinded, charmed. Does that do
I
anything?
think that was there before.
And it's just a status. You can mark yourself as.
Yeah. So you
One
don't
of
have
those.
to. You don't have to try to remember to. Oops, I have to put a negative thing on this one, or oh, I can put positive on this.
Oh yeah, it says here, invisible creature is possible to blah 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 attack rolls against creature at disadvantage. Yes. Yeah. All right.
Oh, nice.
Kind
Even
of.
tells you.
Like you can map it and read what the things mean.
Yeah. Unconscious.
prone.
What does that mean?
Automatically fail strength index saving throws. Attacks have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical.
Within 5 feet. Suppose. I mean, my character's ready. So I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, I'm ready.
My guy's good.
I'm liking this. So how should we do this when I do the ear of deceit when I can't roll a lower than 7, or I can't get if I get a 7 or lower, I treat it as 8.
Yeah, and you add your modifier into that.
Yeah,
Treat
exactly.
the dice
So if I
roll as
roll
your
inside. See, I got an 11. Technically, that should be an 8 plus 4 plus 3 instead, so that's 15.
There you go. We're just going to look at the numbers. So the lowest you can roll is essentially a 15 right now.
On insight.
On insight, yeah. That's actually really fucking useful.
It is.
I love it. I wish Pavic had something like that.
He didn't need it. If it involved ropes, it didn't matter.
Hey, I think he was the only person. That was the only person he actually. Everyone was like, "Oh, you rolled a 2."
Also, I feel like quite a tank with this fucking rogue now with 32 hit points at level 3.
Yeah, more of me. That's for damn sure.
Rogues can tank, sort of.
Especially once you get uncanny dodge. They get all those that. Nice.
When do I get that?
Especially when if they stand next to a paladin.
It's level 5. Yeah, 5th level.
Gotta help a brother out.
Yes, my big distraction in plate armor.
Well, they couldn't hit you, and they kept hitting you for a while.
I also love the bonus action disengage. That's way fun to play with when there's a group of enemies and you need to get one specific enemy in the back. And you're like, nah, I'm just gonna walk past this guy and get him.
That's why I liked it on Stir Hall. Basically, if they got too close, I'd be like, nope, disengage. And then I run over here and shoot you with an arrow.
Yeah.
It's like at 100-foot range.
So all those werewolves surrounded you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a planned situation, so.
I think even if that
And we
happened, I
got-
don't think he was gonna
and we got
escape
Pat-
anyways.
And we got Pavic out of it, so there.
Yeah, Pavic's got it. Pavic was a good one. I like Pavic.
I'm gonna throw away my cold coffee and then I'll be right back.
He's still alive and well and working in whatever area.
What a area. A place where everyone wants to go.
Okay, why does the theme song for Cheers is now playing in my head?
Hmm.
Oh god, am I really that much older than you guys? With the exception of Turtle Butter, who I know is. But still.
Oh, you're like 10 years older than I am, so.
I mean, I think you know how young I am, so.
Yeah. You're the cool student in our group.
I
Well,
would.
you're not as young as Ed, so. She's like 17, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I have any game with her anymore. I was born the same year as Turtle Butter, so it's different ends of it.
Just turned 26, so.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, that was last month, but yeah. The day came, you're like, huh. And I got
Yes.
Thor Ragnarok. That was pretty.
Nice.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's amazing.
Big question is, what kind of My Little Pony? A portal to equestrian, actually kidnap one, a furry costume, a really cool, hard to find collectible. So many different.
No,
choices.
I want a My Little Pony themed birthday party. Like,
Ooh.
I'd be
like
okay with
balloons
getting
and
kidnapped by
hats
Pinkie Pie.
and you know, go to the party store and get the shitty little plates with the horses on them.
Okay, now that's awesome. That is an awesome birthday.
I'd go to that. Fuck yeah. Especially if a magical portal opened up, you got kidnapped by Pinkie Pie.
I think that would be
Totally
hell.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
If
but we can
I got into cartoon physics as well, because if I didn't, she'd kill me.
Yeah, that is
Probably.
true. If regular
She'd get really
physics
depressed.
suddenly applied, with her party cannon, that would just be a disaster. But yeah, I wouldn't mind
I would die happy.
visiting as long as it had cartoon physics. But anyway.
I wouldn't want to be there as a human, though. Fuck that. That'd be boring. Go through the strife of learning how to walk on all four legs.
But anyway, so it's the next day. You guys kidnapped that cult. Well, not really kidnapping. You arrested that cult guy without authority. So yeah, actually, that is a kidnapping.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It's a good kind of kidnapping.
Yes, he's a bad guy. He's clearly not simply a brainwashed stooge. He's a still with it sort of guy. Though he hasn't really given you much information. So,
Well, I guess.
what are you guys thinking you might want to do today?
Yes, well, if we're still in possession of him, maybe we should turn him over to the guards.
Well, technically, you turned him over to the Church of Bahamut. So the priests and the bishop or whatever basically found a nice secured area and put him there. Basically, what you would do with a werewolf. You basically put him in a little sealed room where if he suddenly changes into a monster, you can't easily escape.
Gave him a bowl of water.
Yeah.
And a bowl of dog food.
Yeah. Chewing toy.
Speaking of
Giant hamster
experience.
wheel. I can get some exercise.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that bad. Anyway, so what are you guys thinking you wish to do?
When was
I'm gonna go
the?
talk to that noble lady.
Yeah, I was going to ask when was the party and when was this other escort mission you
Okay.
other people talking about?
It depends on the escort mission you're talking about, because there's a bunch of different caravans leaving at various times throughout the month, each month. Like
I was
instead
more
of
thinking. Yeah, I was more thinking about that noble who wanted to go on a hunting trip.
it's indeterminate. Just basically says this guy is looking for some people to come with him for a hunting trip. He didn't actually give a date, so it's pretty much just anytime you're willing to leave.
Okay.
We can go talk to him and see how long it'll take. See if we'll be back in time to help out that Lady Jasmine or whatever her name is.
Yes, Lady Jasmine. Does it say anything more on the notice board, like information about where to go and who to speak to?
Let's see. The notice board basically says Lord. Open up my notice board. It's gonna happen. Okay. Notice board basically says Lord Farah wishes aid for an upcoming hunting trip. Hines. Hines. Basically, you would know where to find Lord Farah at any given time in order to go talk to him.
Okay. And
You and your contacts. You know
the
that he's
party.
a human. Yeah.
The party is 2 days away.
The party is 4 days away. It's on the
4
6th.
days away.
Yeah. And today's the 2nd of Flame Roll.
Well, a hunting trip can take anything from 1 to 2 days, I believe. And
It depends on how far away.
Well, we
yes,
should go speak with him just in case. See
well,
if he wants to go out for longer or whatever.
yes, I'll tell you where he is, and you do the talking.
Do that.
Something wrong.
No, well.
No.
Nothing, well,
Everything's wrong.
maybe. Let's just put maybe.
Answer me this: is there going to be death by association?
Silence.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say possibly
Yeah.
not, maybe.
Cage is all for it.
I mean,
He thinks it's metal as fuck.
it's I'm just not the most popular guy around here. Perhaps, I don't know. I need information. This is why I kind of want to work for this guy, because I know I can get some information from him.
And I suppose it's also why you want to do the party.
Absolutely, yes. That would be even better, because even more people would be there that I can learn stuff from. So until I know more, yeah, surely you know the drill. Just the son of a trader from Luskan. Nobody.
All right. Nobody.
What was that? Your name is Heinz? Heinz Murdoch? Got it.
Heinz Mustard?
Shut the fuck up.
What was that, Heinz? He says out loud.
I'm gonna call him Colonel Mustard.
I like to think
Listen.
that he never gave
Listen.
Cage his name.
If you go shouting my name out like that, and I'm gonna go down for it, I'm gonna bring you down with me. All right?
Well, I imagine that, because it's been a couple days now, you guys have been chatting amongst yourselves
Fuck
off
about
camera.
it, bro.
I've just been calling him Marco this entire time.
Yeah.
Fucking come at me, bro. The guards already hate me.
Yeah, it's not only the guards that are going to hate you. Trust me, I left this town in a hurry. Being back here is really just a test.
Let's try not to cause any waves if we don't have to, alright?
I've dealt with the underground. I've had to hunt some people. I mean, entertain people.
Knowing that. We have to interview. Let's check the hunter to see what the hunt is going to be about. And then after that, I guess interview for the party.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll lead the way. You can knock on the door, and I'll go and buy a nice disguise or something.
Alright. Well, keep in mind, they're gonna see you first. Considering, you're twice as...
Well, you're gonna do the talking. I'm gonna buy a mask.
Here, I had him a pair of
You
glasses.
don't have any levels
with,
in disguise?
Groucho Mark glasses. I had him Groucho Mark sunglasses. Here you go. They'll never figure out it's you.
Thank you.
I do actually have a disguise kit, so...
Oh, you have a disguise.
You know what? I'm not even gonna question why you have a disguise kit. If you can disguise me, that would be appreciated.
Alrighty.
I mean, I can cave in your face and no one would ever know who you are then.
Preferably without crushing my brain.
It's just the front part of the face, not the top.
Do you know anything about human anatomy?
I know things go swish.
So no then.
My...
So yeah, could you... who was it could disguise me?
Give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Make sure. No, damn it. I had.
So you're heading towards this. First, you're gonna disguise, and then we're heading towards this disguise mansion. How about we roll the disguise kit
Yeah.
on the way? Like, say that you disguise yourself before
What do you
setting
want me to
out,
roll?
but you click on your disguise kit.
I haven't added that yet. I totally forgot about it.
It's like
So for
20
now,
plus
just-
your bonus.
Yeah.
Or a d20 plus your blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Maybe int depends on what the GM thinks.
Yeah.
I think since you're disguising somebody else, it's going to be int. I think if you were disguising just yourself, charisma would play into it more.
Okay.
So it's we
D20 plus proficiency plus intelligence.
I mean, if you're proficient in it,
Yeah.
you get the proficiency bonus. If you're not, then you don't.
int.
Oh yeah, this disguise is really going to work.
Oh yeah, that's my finest
You
work
guys
yet.
you guys could barely recognize him if it was just like you just walked into the cathedral. You wouldn't have realized it was Heinz. That's how good the disguise is.
What do I look like?
A
You
woman.
look like a dragonborn.
No, you can't do that.
You can't
make him
change
look
your
like
race.
a dragonborn.
it's like Burt Reynolds.
Oh, great. No, wait, yeah. I look like a woman.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Burt fucking Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
A half-elf version of Burt Reynolds. Okay, I'll deal with that.
He's the Saints Row version of Burt Reynolds.
Oh, I like that one. Mayor Reynolds. And then it turns out to be Burt Reynolds, and the character just goes all fanboy/girl on him.
Oh, it's such a great part too.
I love Saints
that
Row,
part.
but
I
yeah.
was like, holy shit, that is Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. And so you guys head out to the castle ward to meet up with this Lord Farah. He has a fairly nice, mansion. A butler greets you at the door. Says, "What's your business?"
I talked to the Lord of the Mansion. Duh.
Don't be rude. We're here
About
to talk
what?
We're here to talk about
he
the
wants to
Lord's
go
hunting
hunting.
trip.
I
Let's go hunting,
see.
so we're gonna help him out.
Very well then. Come sit in the parlor. He kind of he
Okay.
has his head tilted back. He's kind of looking down his nose at you, even if you're taller than him, and he kind of escorts you
Yeah,
off
I'm
to the
a-
parlor. It's a nice. It's got
I'm
some
used to it.
a nice parlor. It's got some plushy couches, some nice side tables. It's even got a ticking clock, sort of thing that really
Ooh.
only the rich people have.
Fancy.
Yes.
Oh my god, this guy's got
Fancy
cocked ass.
draperies.
This must be.
I shall talk to his lordship. The guy
You
departs.
go do that.
I assume he just let us keep our weapons. I don't know if Halder would let him take it away.
Yeah, he
You ain't
didn't.
taking my girls.
It seems to me that
Yeah.
either there's some sort of maybe there's some magic somewhere that'll some sort of protection, or maybe this guy has seen this all before and people come in with weapons to go on a harping party, or there's some other hidden defense that will keep the Lord of this manor safe. Either way, he did not take your weapons and didn't seem alarmed by them. So,
Nice.
do you wish to do anything in the parlor while he fetches his lord?
I'm just gonna carefully tell everyone. So, this is a guy you probably don't want to piss off.
Well, they were.
Very long then.
Oh, bollocks.
What do you mean?
Not 'cause
I
of
mean,
me,
I won't
can
piss anybody
actually-
off, but The other
I
jokers.
can behave myself, but some people I look at Holdier.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
Well, I'm just saying he might be in more power than he looks.
I don't give a shit.
How about we don't piss off people that can have us executed?
Sounds like a good plan. Love it.
All right.
Won't be the first time someone tried to execute me.
It'll probably be
Oh,
the
won't be the
last.
Probably.
Because if he doesn't, I will.
So after several minutes, the butler comes back with a man, dressed in some nice, a nice suit, nice cloak, a silvery mask over his face to disguise his general features. His hair, you notice, is a bit salt and pepper, and he looks like he could easily swing a sword, fire a bow, that sort of thing. So he's not like a paunchy guy. He's like nicely appointed, but he's clearly not young either. Like, someone has finally answered my ad. Excellent.
Yep.
And who might all of you be?
Joey
Gage,
Haruta and Bow.
Bard.
I am Holdier of the Halfton Brother.
Marco of Luskan.
Quentin?
Welcome. My name is John. Bahamut.
And finally, Turtle Butter.
Campsine would just be like, she'd be like, I'm Campsine, and I don't really remember.
Well, amusing potential companions at the very least. Do you each enjoy hunting, or have you just come to keep me company?
You can say that I enjoy hunting.
I'm not really a big fan of the woods, but I'm just following these guys around.
Both.
Oh, are you their bodyguard?
That's me.
She's our friend. She likes to hang out with us because we're cool.
He kind of reassesses and says softly, "Are you their servant then?"
Sure. If that simplifies
Whoa.
Sure.
Wait,
We don't have
what?
servants.
I have a servant now?
No, shut up.
We're in the money.
No, it's more like I'm their pet. How about? They fed me, and they shouldn't have, and now I follow them everywhere.
Slavery is forbidden in Faerun.
That is very true.
Are they keeping you as a slave?
No.
No, we're not keeping her as a slave. Jesus. If we were, we wouldn't be at the Temple of Bahamut.
Right.
That's true. I'll believe you for now.
Right. Marco trying to just grab a hold of the situation again.
Marco.
Even pirates don't keep slaves. What the hell?
Where's Polo?
Yeah, Marco's just gonna stand up and just go, yeah, so we heard that you needed some company for your coming hunting trip and could probably either use the Simply company. Some of us might want to join in, and others could just be good for company. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Stories and such.
Yes. It's a trip that will last for at least 2 days. A day or two at the local inn around nearby the woods we'll be hunting in. Excellent establishment, if I may say so myself. I've been there several times now. Some of the best beer in the area, except for maybe Whateveria. I've actually had occasion to sample their wonderful Phil's special, was it? He thinks
Phil's finest.
Yes, Phil's finest. Yes, most excellent brew. But the not so good hunting grounds there. No, the place that we will be going to has the finest hunting grounds in all the local lands. We can leave it nearly at once as long as you are ready to hit the road, and we'll be there before nightfall.
Well, I'll say if it's
Sounds like a
only.
plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. If we
We'll be back before the 6th, right? I assume.
Tell me, are you going to perhaps attend to the Lady Jasmine's party?
Oh, of course. Lady Jasmine throws the most elegant of parties.
Well,
I know not
we will-
all of my fellow lords appreciate her as much. She did only arrive 20 years ago, but she has made quite a name for herself.
Indeed, yes. So I've heard. Well, we are looking to perhaps join up as forgot the word.
Staff.
Staff at her party as well. So we're glad that we'll be back in time for that.
Ah, good. Always good to help local business, isn't it?
Absolutely, and
Help people earn a bit of coin.
it's better to support than the lady herself.
Yes.
We do like to help.
You don't mind possibly fighting against either goblins or wild elves, do you?
Goblins are assholes.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I made it here. I made it here from Luskin. I'll think I can handle a couple of goblins and so.
Because there are some goblins in the area, last I heard. Apparently, over the last few years, a clan of goblins has moved into the local hills of that region. But there's always been a problem with the elves in the area, too. Wild elves, I think of them as. They are not very civilized.
Yeah, elves are jerks.
I just turn.
Mm.
I cough.
Cage isn't phased.
Well, yes, uncivilized people are always special in their own ways.
Yes, indeed. So, are you interested to come stay at a fine inn for possibly as many as 2 nights? Drink great beer and ale, some good company, possibly kill some goblins.
What will you be hunting?
Oh, just some deer, maybe an elk.
Ah, yes.
I think he's hunting goblins, but I'm down.
Oh
I think
no,
that might be-
I do not hunt goblins, but
Can't
they
eat
might.
goblins.
Yes, I think you
The lady here is
You can
correct.
leave that
You
work
cannot
for
hunt
us.
goblins.
you could leave that
Goblins are
work
like
for
an STD.
some of us. Yes.
Goblins are like STDs. If you don't get rid of them, they're just gonna keep coming.
That's one way to put it. I'm
I
sure
like
you're
this.
an expert in the area.
Oh, not STDs, but yeah. I'm a careful gnome, just so you know. That's why I keep sheep infections on me. Want one?
Yes, the casual sexual encounters between dwarves and gnomes. Or maybe it's halflings and gnomes. Or maybe it's orcs in any of those.
Yeah, I can go for orcs.
Struggle for those?
Because I've actually written, not for this, of course, but years ago when I was figuring out what goblins were, I was thinking of them as kind of like they're half, or they started as like half orc, half gnome creatures at some point, and just kind of, kept breeding and
I don't like
became their own
thinking
people.
about that.
It's a really short orc.
Or a very ghoulish looking gnome.
Or an orc is just a very tall midget.
Yeah.
Attack of the giant midgets.
So, do you need to prepare for anything? Because we will take my courage right away. If not,
I have nothing.
I'm ready as always.
I'm good.
excellent. So he heads off to get his carriage prepared for you guys.
Bye bye.
last until you get hit with a lot of water or, go to sleep. Either way.
Great.
Play dress up again.
You have to make sure you're going to have put your morning face on.
Yeah.
Let me hear your war cry.
All right.
Holy shit!
So
that
I
was
guess we're
pathetic.
going hunting.
We're gonna go party.
I guess in Holder's expression, that's the same thing.
Everything's a party. Try hard though.
All right. So, heading out into in his carriage, which makes him move pretty quickly. I think I screwed up on the time coming from whatever area, by the way. I think it would have only taken about maybe 2 days to get there. So sorry about that earlier. But, oh well.
That's okay. I remember what you said before.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that and thinking that it's going to take less than a day to get over here from Waterdeep, because it's morning right now.
Square is roughly 100 miles.
Yeah, this is like the same square.
And you can go like 16 miles a day. Ish. If you have like horses, I think.
Yeah, this map
And
sucks.
we were on a cart this time.
Carriage.
So it's probably about 75 miles from Waterdeep. Maybe a little less. Maybe like 60, 65. It's kind of hard to measure because it's...
If that's the case, then you probably wouldn't have wanted to take it. So yeah, I hate the measurements in on Sword Coast. Kind of annoying.
That is 100 miles.
Okay, it's definitely less than that.
Excuse me.
And that's roughly 50. And to get to the edge, it's about 50. 40.
Let me refix
So
the
this says
settings
you
on
can
this
do
real
about
fast.
24 miles a day at a normal pace.
All right.
That's still, imagine walking 24 miles a day.
Mm-hmm.
I walk 7 miles and I don't feel like I'm going to fall over.
So that means like a wagon would be able to do what, 2 to 4 times as much?
I'm scrolling through. I don't know what the wagon speed is. Well, I'm trying to, the travel pace and effects, it says normal per minute, miles an hour, 24 miles a day, but it doesn't say mounted character can ride at a gallop for an hour. Doesn't say, like, this compendium is shitty for its...
For its traveling measurements?
Yeah, it tells you in, I don't know if it's in the guide I don't have with me, or if it's in the player guide. It tells you how far you can go in a day.
I think I'm going to look that up in the compendium, because if not, then you probably wouldn't want to take this mission right now if you want to go to the party. Maybe we can just forestall it till after the party. You still wish to go on the hunting trip.
And he wouldn't want to leave either until the party.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, he wouldn't want to either. I think I still have the same measurements up. But yeah, now it's looking stretched to me. I have to fix that again. Oh, and now what if area is missing from the area?
Well, it's still there.
It's over there.
It's
You're
out
just
in the
in
middle of the
Vale.
ocean.
It's up. In the middle
I
of the
know
ocean.
where. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
24 miles a day for a party would be. It would take like 2 days to get to whatever area about, because it's about 60 miles.
Yeah, and it's not
Oh.
to whatever area. It's like, you know, it's where you're heading is like half the distance to whatever area.
But like that's on foot, so I think of like in a carriage.
Yeah, you guys were on a wagon, or supposedly on a wagon, but yeah. Oh, and I saw a bigger map at one point, but I have no idea where it is. You know, how
You
to.
can like make the map itself bigger, and you don't have to stretch it as much. Like you can, like I noticed, the map is really squished. You can make the grid on the map bigger.
Yeah, I did.
Like you can tell it you want it to be like 60 tiles by 30 tiles and get like a.
Yeah, now I'm at 50 and 50 with 50 miles per square, trying to maintain the original integrity. I think I might have failed on that. Crap. Yeah. I'll fix that later. You guys know where that is. I'll fix it later. But yeah, if because we know that Amphill is taking that, so that yeah, that's about 100. Whatever area is about 100 miles from Waterdeep. Where he wants to take you guys is about 50 miles from Waterdeep on a carriage. Travel times. So for some reason, I thought it was a lot closer than that. Then when I looked at the map again, right now it's like, whoops, I misremembered what I was thinking about. I know one of my slip pages was pointing directly to travel times. Oh, right. I think it's actually in this book. But yeah, because if you're right about that, then time-wise, it would actually be, if you'd actually want to go after, and he's just like talking to you now, saying, yeah, we'll be leaving right after the party. Yeah. How about I just skip on that, we can figure out that another time. And just say, okay, the party is in 4 days, and the day after, on the 7th, we shall leave on a hunting trip.
Sounds
Already.
good. I suppose we should go interview for those staff positions then.
I mean, yeah, or we could just go with this guy.
Well, yes. I figured
Going
it's part of the
after
same
we're done
thing.
with him.
Why would he want to drag us with him?
I mean, where's hunting party?
Oh.
Wouldn't you want to get acquainted to him?
That doesn't necessarily mean you'd be invited to a party. However, you get paid, supposedly, for working at the party and on the hunting trip. You wouldn't get paid to just attend the party.
Yes, that's kind of the whole point, is to get paid.
I mean,
If you like money.
pretty well, but okay.
Sorry
Hmm.
about that.
We'll go-
Time.
I guess we should go find out what kind of jobs. Like if I'm gonna be like serving like hors d'oeuvres on a tray,
Yeah, so there's
Or-
going to be
or
serving,
guarding the door.
guards, probably kitchen.
I mean, I'm probably going to be
I
guard.
don't know how to cook anything.
No, well, you can bring people things.
You might try maybe my buddies. See if we can get a whole band of mercenaries as guards.
I don't think that'd be wise.
I mean, why not? I'm good. Don't you trust me?
I think one
No.
of you is enough.
They always say I'm the worst, though.
I don't see that at all.
Just remember, Heinz.
Because
Heinz, if you want, you could say, no, Heinz wouldn't be able to do this, and have Lily already there working the party.
No, I believe Heinz would try.
All right. I'm just making sure that you were made aware of that.
I'm still under a disguise, but I'm hoping I can keep a disguise during the party as
You'd have to get redisguised at that point.
Yeah, but that's a couple days from now.
Correct. So Heinz Heinz and John both know how to get to the lady's mansion.
Hmm. I'm probably gonna have to order anyways.
So you come up to a rather elegant old mansion. It has red curtains in the windows. There's an awning out front with pictures of an idyllic forest scene. And there is a valet or butler of some kind already standing out at the door. Several people are currently leaving. They both appear to be human, with dark skin, like people from Chult, that sort.
Do I recognize these people?
No, they look like they're nobles or rich folks.
Thought if considering they stood out, I was going to check them out, but yeah.
The butler this time appears to be well, if you can call them a butler, refer to them as a butler, is actually a female elf. She looks quite distinguished. Has her hands folded. Her ears are nice and pointy. Her hair is kind of put into a braid down her back. Kind of inclines her chin a bit, just like the other butler did. Hello, are you here to apply for the serving positions for the upcoming party?
Yes.
Absolutely, ma'am. And might I say you're looking rather gorgeous this evening, day, whatever it is.
It's morning. Why, thank you,
Yeah.
small one.
I mean, not really much of a server, but I mean, I'm a pretty good guard.
Yes, we're here to apply to help out with the party.
Yes. We're just trying to distract her from the loud.
Whatever the lady needs, we're here to help.
Lady Jasmine is already waiting in her study. In the entrance room. She just had a few guests over. Inside, please. I will let the lady know that you're here and your business. She kind of leaves the door open, walks into a really nice foyer with a nice room off of it where the appears to be more of a sitting area. Apparently it's the entryway. Inside there is a woman sitting cross-legged on a really nice sofa of some kind. The entryway itself has various statues. Here there's a statue of a wyvern. There is a statue of a nude woman bathing. She looks to be a elf, possibly like some sort of sea nymph, perhaps. It's indistinct. It's a statue, like all one color, marble, that sort of thing.
Cage says out loud, you're fancy when you have a picture of naked people on your walls.
Well, it's a statue.
Well, you're fancy when you have statues of naked people.
The butler comes back out and escorts you into the larger side room, where a woman sits. Let's see if I can show you her picture. I'll post it to the Discord since it's easier to post pictures there without using handouts.
Pictures.
Thought just hits Heinz, thinking, "Oh shit, maybe the people I'm traveling with don't know who this is."
Yep.
Would I know who she is since I live in Waterdeep? And
You've heard of her, Lady Jasmine.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's an open lord, or the open lord. The kind of the one that the common folk will go to and rally behind if need be.
Cage would, but that's because he has a soft spot for ladies.
So you see kind of dusky skin, large purple eyes, and jet black hair, all tumbled elegantly down her shoulders. Her age is indistinct. I mean, she both looks old, or sorry, she both looks very young, and yet seems matronly at the same time. Ah,
Marco will take a
welcome.
bow.
Sure, he
I
also
will
bows.
as well.
Please, sit down.
I kind of sit cross-legged on the couch.
I hop up on the couch, put my hands behind my head, just lean back.
I sit down.
So,
My sword lying across my lap.
you are looking for employment for the upcoming job this week.
Yes,
Yes, milady.
your party. We could use some more servants, I'm guessing.
Of course, more servants, more guards, as there are always those who wish to take advantage of my kindness.
Of course. There's terrible people like that. We're not like that.
Well,
Well, I'm not anyways.
Well, I am sure that there's some of you who are like that.
Feel like
well,
she's implying something.
so yes, we have people in this group who are people of different backgrounds, and we're all good at different things. I'm sure you could put us in a good place in your party.
She
Both in
smiles at
the-
you, but her eyes seem to be fixed on Camsine. How about you, child? What brings you to me now?
I have no idea. I'm just following these guys.
She's our
You see-
friend. She likes
You
to
seem
hang
a
out
bit
with us.
lost.
Yeah, well, I think I was in the Feywild for. And she kind of like blanks out, like she doesn't really know how long she was in there.
She nods.
I certainly don't remember this city.
People who enter the Feywilds can be there for longer than they know, or shorter than they think. Time does not run the same there as it does here.
My lady seems to be well versed in the history of the Feywild.
Well, I am also well traveled. I only settled here in Waterdeep about 20 years ago.
How the
So
time
bad.
comes fast.
Time flies when you're having fun, isn't that correct, my lady?
Perhaps. She finally takes her gaze away from Camsine and kind of looks over at the rest of the party and smiles a bit, looking a little at Holdier. It does not matter about your past. Everyone has a past, she says. It only matters what you do with it.
Of course.
As long as there is no violence or missing things at my party, you will all be paid well for doing your
I
jobs.
can assure you, ma'am, that will not be a problem.
He looks over towards Kage. And what is your speciality?
I am a musician, but if you need another servant or guard, I can
A
do whatever
musician
you
would
need.
be good. Play me a piece of music.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull out my
Performance.
ocarina list.
Here goes the pressure.
Yeah. Hold on, let me.
No
Okay.
pressure.
Editing something.
It's not a one.
She
Yeah.
gives you one of those, like, I would say that the smile is like a mother who knows that their offspring is doing poorly but is trying to encourage them anyway smiles.
Oh.
I mean, it's
My
average.
apologies. I usually play better than that.
Perhaps you can play a little here in the entryway. It gets the least amount of traffic during the party, I imagine.
Fair
Then
enough.
She turns and looks at Shiori. And how about you, my dear?
I'm good with a blade if need be, but I prefer not to use it if I don't have to.
Do you prefer do you prefer to protect people, or do you prefer to do tasks?
I prefer to protect, make sure there's no victims.
Do you need to dress as a guard, or will you be able to dress, shall we say, nicely and mingle and still do your job?
As long as I can keep the armor underneath it, probably best.
You should consider some fine
leather.
clothes and mixing in.
Alright, I think I can do that, and he watches the sword in her lap just turns to ice and just disappears.
Interesting. She then looks at John. I imagine you, Sir Knight, are here for protection detail?
As always, my lady.
Very good. And she looks to Holdier. Would you prefer attempting to protect, or would you like to have a tray on your hand at all times to keep your hands occupied?
It's best if I protect.
As you like. She looks at Heinz. And you?
Oh, I'm quite a age. I'm sure I could be of use for you serving people. Moving around crowds are no problem for me.
Very good. You'll be able to carry some trays and offer people refreshment.
Absolutely.
And then she finally looks back at Camsian. And you? What would you prefer?
She just kind of shrugs. Whatever you want to have me do. I can fight a little. I can stand around and look stupid.
Do you have any particular tricks?
I can barf glitter. Not particularly. I mean, I know a little bit of magic.
Yeah, you're good with magic.
Would you prefer to carry a tray as well? I could always use another server.
Sure.
Just
I'll
excellent.
try to lick everything.
So yes, you would do poorly in the kitchen, but perhaps a tray in your hand and taking away the leftover anything that people put on the tray.
So picking up like busboy. Sure.
Yes, of course.
Oh, you eat everything, but that's okay if she's taking the.
Garbage disposal, that's Kimsey's job.
She'll bring the plates back to the kitchen clean. Just be like, here.
Very popular, these dishes.
You should probably add a little less salt next time. What?
Would you like to stay here for the next 4 nights and get yourself acquainted with the other servants? With
The lady is very generous.
the areas you'll be working in? Well, I do keep a rotating staff. I like to keep to give people jobs who need money.
Of course.
We all do our
Might be good to
part
know
for
that.
Waterdeep.
Of course. I'll have to get some finer clothes. And she kind of looks at the more ceremonial kind of leather armor she has on.
Yeah, I'll have to change too, but I have clothes for that.
I do not.
She claps her hands together, and the butler comes back. Please show these individuals to their quarters for the duration. And the elf bows slightly. Yes, my lady. Would you come with me?
I follow.
Love
The
to.
sword's back on my hip.
I take a bow before leaving and follow the butler servant.
As do I. I mean, as low as about that unknown, actually, without hitting the floor.
Bam.
That's,
Olvir
Unconscious.
just nods.
that's the most formal of bows. Just smash his forehead against the floor.
Wow. And you're like, that's why he's brain damaged.
Is that why gnome parties always have dents in the floor?
That's exactly why.
Only noble
Gnomes have
gnome
one.
parties.
Not a party until it's a
Ah,
gnome
par-
party and somebody dents the floor.
There's this one time that I was partying with these dwarves. And God,
Were they headbutting each
by
other?
the party. Yeah, they were fighting afterwards. This is great.
Anyway,
You can't have a dwarf party without someone fighting.
anyway. So the butler takes you back to the servants' wing. As you walk through some other parts of the grand house, especially back towards the kitchens, you see other works of art. Here, a scene of a dragon standing over top of a mountain with lava erupting behind it. There, a scene of a what are they called? A dryad? A dryad, kind of like dancing through the woods. This time in artwork instead of like in sculpture along the walls. You get back into the kitchens. It's a rather large space. Probably about as big as that office that you found in the front of that warehouse. You know, the one that had several desks in it. But instead of desks here, you have a couple of countertops. You have, pies being made. There's a couple servants in here. You see like a human, half-elf. You even see what at first you think is a half-orc, but then realize is actually a female orc. They're full-blooded orc, and they're just she's standing there. She's got her hair all curled up in little braids, and is standing behind the stove, working intensely at something in a pot. And over by the scullery sink, there is a kobold sitting there washing dishes. Being taken.
Does hire all kinds.
You're being taken through these nice kitchens back to the servants' wing.
Hey guys, it looks like she collects weirdos. What does that say about us?
That's why she hired us.
So, yeah. So you're kind of like brought back into the quarters. At which point, but you're Kamseen and Shiori, are shown into the larger section of the wing, where the butler tells you like the majority of the staff are female, and here's where you'll be sleeping. Basically, have a nice room to yourself with two beds yourselves with two beds, so you don't have to share with other house servants. But it's like there's a nice common room with several other bedrooms leading off of it. Well, the four men are basically brought into one large room with two bunk beds. Bunk beds for you guys to sleep in, with the common area basically off to the side. There's not much in the way of art in the section that's where the men are sleeping, but in the female side, you see more pictures of driders. You see another dragon, this time one in the sea, kind of half emerging from it. See the depiction of a cloud giant's city, all floating up there above an idyllic landscape. There's a picture of
Cloud Giant's by the party.
some underwater realm, some sparkling city, maybe like Merfolk or something. Doesn't actually show what type of people live there. It just shows a city that's under the water, kind of like a counterpoint to the one in the sky.
Very nice.
You see you see another depiction of like a red dragon and a lake of gold and what appears to be like a fiery area. So like looking around, you can kind of like get the idea that there's like depictions of 4 different planes, like an air plane, a plane of air, a plane of water, a plane of fire, and a plane of it might be earth, but it's like showing a forest. So it's like might not be.
It's just giant metal flying contraption.
Yeah, whereas in the men's room, there's like really no art there, so it's just like 4 things like so there's a latrines area off to one area where it's like places that you can use a bathroom, get water, even like a small tub, but it's like all out in the open. Whereas the women's quarters, each of the sleeping rooms has their own bathroom dedicated to it. Plus, there's a common area where all the rooms go off of. So. They are in style. So first off, what do the 2 female party members do?
The 2 ladies doing girl things.
Sure, he's probably overwhelmed by this entire situation. She's gone from mostly living on the road, and now she's currently in this.
What have I done with my life?
And camp scene?
She'd be poking around. I mean, she's been on the road too most of the time, actually, like in the woods, so.
Licking frilly soaps.
Yeah, the soaps do not taste good. The paintings taste weird. They taste weird.
Yeah, like just doing the whole like what's it taste like? What's it smell like? Can I eat it? Can I, She's not trying to steal anything, but there might be some tooth marks on some of the furniture by the time she's done.
What does Shiori taste like, Shiori?
I don't think she'd get people. Except for that one dude's ankle.
It's gonna taste blood.
I wonder what happened to Pamsi right across the grug. We already had,
I already like those. No, they don't taste good.
Butler, she's still with us?
Yeah, she just deposited you for it back in your room. What do you 4 do?
Oh, they're just taking a bath.
Yeah, the bathroom is currently occupied by Haldier in the bathtub.
I think he's gonna be in there for a while, guys.
Of course. I haven't been in water forever.
Meanwhile, Cage is just gonna brush his hair.
Are you
his hair in like a month.
Are you just doing this in the bedroom? The bedroom / common room, or are you doing this in the bathroom?
I'm doing it in the bedroom.
Right.
My hair is almost as long as I am tall, so it takes a while.
Heinz is making his bed.
Everything's squared away.
So
I get top mark.
I'll take the one under the nose.
Alright.
Alright, yeah.
John is probably just gonna be polishing his armor.
Yes. Polishing armor.
So the party wasn't until days from now?
Yeah, it's in 4 days. But you currently have sleeping quarters. Yay!
Yeah, you don't have to work every morning.
Either. I'm okay with that.
Heinz is going to go into the bathing area.
And so you see a naked Holier already in the bathtub.
Let's go. Yeah, sup.
He's got a rubber ducky.
Of course I have a rubber ducky.
I'm just going to take out my pipe I'm just gonna. Do you mind if I smoke it?
Go right ahead.
I use my herbs.
Cage has a cigarette lit in his mouth right now while he's brushing his hair.
This is a good time to relax. I take the herbs I bought back at whatever area.
Yep, from that crazy kobold lady.
If only we kept the other drugs.
These
I
are.
don't know if you figured this out. I don't know if you figured this out, Grizz, but it's not a normal cigarette.
Well, neither is Heinz's, so
By the way,
I figured. That's why I heard.
it smells similar.
You know.
So at this point, Holier's probably getting a bit of a secondhand buzz here.
Whew. You got some good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, this whole room itself, I think, is like it looks like an early morning when the fog rolls in.
I'm just wondering how the paladin's feeling about all this.
There's a small cough from the door, from the door to the bed to the main room for the boys. Excuse me.
What?
Do you need me to go answer that?
There's
should I go?
In your bath.
a small kobold standing there.
I'll go.
Hello.
He's holding
Is
Is that dude or lady?
You can't tell. But the kobold is holding a tray with some bits of meats, cheese, and even a little bit of fruit.
Thank you very much, little friend.
I was told to bring this to you.
It's very
Thanks.
appreciated. Tell them thanks for us.
Yep, will do. And it kind of scampers off at this point. Meanwhile, in the women's side,
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
on the other side, with the women's side, there is if they come out into the common room at this point, they'll see a half-elf woman setting a fine table in the middle of the room with some glasses of juice and another small plate of meat, cheese, and bread.
Oh, that's nice.
Compliments of her ladyship.
Thank you.
What did you do?
I didn't like the sound of that giggling.
No, the picture I posted.
Oh, okay. I'm not at my desk right now. So.
I suppose Shuri, since she was
Okay,
told
so,
to.
Yeah,
get
one
some-
person's waiting for nightfall to do anything else. It's lunchtime now for you guys. Is there anything else you guys wish to do today? Like, shop, investigate, or anything of that nature?
I suppose Shuri's gonna get something fancy to wear over her
I
armor.
am gonna wander around the manor and kind of scope out the joint. Just in case some bad shit happens, because he can be a little overly cautious.
Olivier would come with him, not in his armor, though.
And what? What are you wearing?
Just orange and red common clothes. And there's the symbol of his mercenary band on the front and back of his shirt.
Cool.
Yeah, Cam has zero gauge on how to dress, so unless somebody gets her something to wear, she's not dressing up.
Yeah, Heinz is not wearing anything else, but he's kind of good-looking, common clothes.
Yeah, Cage has cleaned himself up a bit. He's wearing just like a plain-looking shirt, something to help cover up the tattoos that he had.
Olivier does have
tattooed gnome skin.
one warhammer and one war axe.
Especially the naked gnome lady on his arm.
Heinz
much
is going
would
to stay around in the servant area and sort of, if he can catch a glance of any of the other servants, we're just going to scope them out to see if there's anything worth noting.
Alright. Okay, so the people, I'll resolve this in this such way. People heading out of the servants area pretty much find that they're only permitted to look around the first floor. Anytime you head towards stairs going either up or down, somebody kind of stops you and says that Lady Jasmine would prefer you stay down here as part of your employment agreement.
Fair enough.
Okay.
As you look around, you see lots more fine statuary. You see what appears to be display boxes with lots of locks on them and very heavy glass. Sort of thing, possibly more if you're interested in investigating. I can give you more details on the trappings, showing off lots of jewels, rare books, some really cool looking items in some areas that look like they could be potentially artifacts under glass, like in display boxes and everything. There's all sorts of wealth and power just displayed around as if tempting somebody to try to steal it from her. Although so far as you know, nobody has ever done so, or at least if they have gotten in and attempted to steal, they've never been heard from again. So it's kind of the same thing.
John will just be standing guard and keeping an eye on new people coming in and such.
During those 2 hours of staring at a book, Lady Jasmine eventually appears behind you. Quite interesting, isn't it? She says to the Dragonborn.
Cam is just like, maybe she doesn't even know if the book itself is interesting or the fact that it's a book. I'm not sure she can actually read it.
Are you able to read? She inquires.
She is there any writing on the cover or like a title or anything? Probably,
No,
I would imagine not.
But there's some odd looking symbols alongside. If you wish to do a Arcana check, I might be able to tell you some more information.
Yeah, she's not an Arcana person, so I don't even think she's not proficient in it, so she wouldn't.
Yeah,
probably
and she just sees some weird symbols along the side.
Yeah. It's more the fact that it is a book, and she has a vague remembrance of a book, and looking for a book, but
it is quite old. Unfortunately, it would probably fall apart under most conditions of being taken out, so I keep it here. Keep it close and on display. Where do you come from? She asks after a while.
She doesn't remember.
You did say that you wandered through Fairy for a while. Yes, that can be quite a journey. Get you one quite lost and far from home. Perhaps you are from another realm, far away from here.
Probably. I mean, I don't know if she might speak with a different dialect, not dialect, but accent.
Yeah. Well, Lady Jasmine clearly does, but I'm terrible at that too. I can do certain voices.
Yeah,
I can't do accents.
I think everybody else speaks with an accent to her, so yeah. She doesn't know. She doesn't know the city at all. When they said we were going to Waterdeep, she thus thought we were going to a swimming pool.
I came here myself only 20 years ago. I too am from far away.
Cam just kind of shrugs. She's like, I don't even know how far away I'm from, so it kind of doesn't matter.
You know how rare it is to see one of your coloring?
I think at that point she'd be like, one of my. She's like, it kind of doesn't register that she's not, that she's something else.
Yeah. Usually they say that such coloring is a sign of favoritism from Lord Bahamut, the god of all dragons. Well, god of most dragons, but of any dragon that wishes to follow him, and any others who do as well.
I think Cam.
Unfortunately, I think you got completely cut off at that point. I didn't make out a word you said.
Oh no, she would just blink at her. It does that whole like Bahamut thing kind of doesn't register.
She nods and decides to not to comment any further, but she smiles at you and goes off. So Shiori is looking for some fancy clothes. Let's read over the other stuff. I'll look that up right now. Sorry, Lyra, I have to move you. I know you were enjoying yourself, but I have to turn around and look at my books.
Hmm.
Let me look up the pricing on fancy clothes. So, how long are you going to spend looking for a good price on fancy clothing, Fury?
I should probably look for as long as she really needs, as long as she finds what she's looking for. Even if it has to be tailored, she'll still look for that.
Alright, roll me a charisma check.
Charisma.
Alright, and roll me a 1d4.
Hey, what?
A 1d4?
Okay. Rolling, default.
Alright. So, after about 2 hours of looking around a couple of shops and, keeping in mind whatever money supply you might have and what you might have to sell off somewhere else to make up the difference, you eventually find a store selling very fine clothes, something that would actually be, fit you and do everything you wanted to do, cover over armor and cover up the scars. And it'll only run you 12 gold rather than the standard that you would normally expect to pay, which would be 15 gold. So in this case, a 12 gold suit of fine clothes.
Alright. I will pay that.
So that's what you're
What does
doing.
it look like?
Uh,
I'm at 18 gold.
It's got a nice high color, high collar. It's probably black, much like your normal clothing, but maybe with some either red or purple buttons coming down the front. It's what does I want to say? It's loose enough to go over your clothing, but tight enough so that you have a bit of a dress length going down your legs, except that it's not a billowy dress, so that you can still easily move and easily run in it. So, it just looks very elegant.
Okay. She takes
Elegant,
it. She's
yet
not exactly
functional.
happy about it.
Yeah, you might not be able to climb a tree properly in this getup, but you can, be at a party and still have weaponry around you.
Yeah.
So it
Which
fits
I
the
can
bill.
keep hidden. Because
And
back to the blade.
Heinz is cleaning his clothing. What's Holdier doing?
He was doing the walk around with Kage.
With Kate, yeah. You and the gnome basically kept getting turned away from the stairs, telling you not to worry about going up there. You do spot Camseen occasionally just standing in front of that same book. And eventually you come around and see her talking with Lady Jasmine. Or rather, Lady Jasmine talking with her, but still.
Interesting.
But you
Lady
basically...
Jasmine seems kind of...
Yeah. like as before, you saw like lots of art, lots of what could be artifacts under glass, all sorts of good stuff.
Cage isn't a thief, so he's not gonna take shit that does belong to him.
I mean, Holdier is a pirate, but he's not here to ransack yet.
Yet.
Kid.
Hold your head for now. Yeah, I'm just kind of wandering around the place, just getting a feel for it. You know, I'm going where I'm allowed to go. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to stay out of trouble for now. I don't have a beef.
You guys even spotted the grand
the guard.
ballroom, which could easily fit, a couple hundred people dancing.
I wish I could have an actual performance here, none of this hoity-toity stuff that they probably gonna have me do.
Well, you didn't do well on your performance check in front of the boss, no, did you?
No, but that was with my ocarina. I'm talking about with my electric guitar.
You cracked under pressure.
Yeah.
Performance
Not used to
anxiety,
performing for
sir.
nobility.
Performance anxiety.
I don't normally perform for nobility, so they usually want nothing to do with me.
Anyway, let's see. John, you're still polishing?
Either that or I'm probably at church, like doing church praying and stuff.
So as the evening
Was alone.
Don't judge me. Alright, typing. Apfig.
It's a new type of bathing.
Yes. It's when you dip your head in first.
For like infomercial, like ab exercising machines, the ab thing.
Yeah, no. I'm just washing my abs.
Washing your
The ab slide
episodes
or the thigh blaster. I think that's what it's called. The big rubber band thing that like goes really fast.
Yes.
The one that shakes.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
the shake weight.
No, not the shake weight. No, the thing that goes around your. No, never mind.
I think that's a thigh.
Yeah, other than that, unless the party goes anywhere, she's basically gonna just be hanging around the servants' quarters.
There's nothing to tell from the servants.
Alright, so you don't hear too much at first, like, the first couple of hours, but as it starts getting towards evening, you're smelling more coming from the kitchens. But, as that goes on, more of the servants start arriving back in the, the servants' wing and are chatting with each other. Some of them come in to check you guys out, at least the ones that are still behind in the servants' quarters. Like, hey, how you doing?
I will interact chummy with them. Yes. One of the guys.
Yeah, this one is a dwarf. He looks like he's been working outside a lot of the day. Oh, you're the ones hired for the party, are you?
Ah, yes. Yeah, we're just attempts. You work here full time?
Oh yes, maintain a lot of the equipment out in the gardens of the estates. Have you gotten a chance to see the gardens?
No, not yet, but I'll assume I still have the chance before the party.
Oh yes. The gardens are open to temp servants. It's merely the other floors that are not.
Ah, yes, I see. Well, we're not needed elsewhere, so why should we? The gardening and equipment. What equipment?
Oh, things for water irrigation. The mistress spares no expense at ensuring that the that there are things like pumps and water channels, things like that, and also repairing any like the horse the carriages and wagons and such.
Oh, I
Wheels
see. I
do
see.
need fixing.
Always.
She's quite a good employer.
Oh, I'm
Interested in
sure
more of a
she
long
is.
term.
I've heard only but good things about her.
Yes. Although he kind of pauses for a moment. Never mind. She is a good person.
Do you have your doubts?
Oh, of course not. I do not have doubts about her being good. It's just sometimes I wonder.
Wonder what? Like,
Well, what she is exactly. I mean, she looks like a human, but humans age.
yeah, she does not seem to be half elf either. So
Well,
she.
not unless she does not have, unless her ears have been altered somehow.
Uh,
It is possible that she's just keeping that quiet for some reason.
well, still, 20 years is 20 years. Even I would notice that on my appearance. I say and just touch my grayed out areas on my hair.
Well, perhaps you got much more human in you.
Perhaps. Well, it's true. Humans would be much more apparent in their age. Perhaps she is just on a very good diet.
Maybe. Tends heavy towards the meat. She quite likes her roast beef and ham and everything.
Okay.
And of course the fresh fish from the bay. One of the great reasons to live in Waterdeep. Fresh fish.
Well, we do have the big dock. This should be good for something, shouldn't it?
Yes, it should.
Uh,
I have heard that some weird things have been going down the docks lately, though. And even in the Seaward. I just hope
what?
the fish supply won't be damaged by that.
Things be going down in the Seaward? I only heard about the docks. Please, gossip.
Very well. Well, lately there's been some rumblings about the oddity of some of the fish that have been found in the Seaward. And some people at night gathered around in these weird green robes out there. Probably some kind of cult.
Oh yes, we can't run out of cults, can we?
Oh
Cult
no!
shortage would
I
be
imagine
probably for Waterdeep.
I imagine at any time in Waterdeep there are at least 5 cults.
5 cults we would know about, yes.
Yes, exactly.
So you lived here all your life?
Well, most of my life, since I came up from any mumbles off some dwarven city that I'm forgetting the name of right now.
Yeah.
And then I came to Waterdeep to work, and it's been good here.
Well, I'm looking forward to work with you. And if you have any gossip, I love it. I just love it. It's one of my vices.
Ah, yes. Anyone else wish to attempt to talk to a servant?
Everyone else has fallen asleep.
If I come across any, I'll chat with.
You come across a halfling woman polishing the baseboards of in one of the rooms. What is that? The thing that goes along the wall down at low light, so like halflings and gnomes.
Baseboard?
Yeah, baseboard. I did say it right. Yay!
I look at her. I look at the board. I look at her. I go, God damn, that's the shiniest board I've ever seen.
She kind of looks up. Oh, Hi, haven't seen you around here before. Are you one of the temps?
Yeah, I'm one of the temps. Just here temporarily. Gonna perform some pieces of mine and then probably head out on the hunt with some other dude.
Huh. Oh, how interesting. Well, pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Misty.
Ah, I'm Cage. Pleasure to meet you.
She kind of waves as though she doesn't get up to shake your hand or anything. She goes back to cleaning her baseboards. So, Cage, what is it that you do?
I'm a performer. Usually I perform at any tavern that hasn't thrown me out yet.
She laughs. Any famous taverns you've been thrown out of?
I think the Yawning Portal is.
Oh, wow. You once tried to perform with a yawning portal and got tossed out. Even I've heard of the yawning
Oh
portal.
no, I have performed there. For some reason, decided to throw me out, even though I was making a killing.
Oh.
I don't know what their problem was.
Well, I hope Lady Jasmine does not throw you out before the party. Though I have not seen her do such things before.
Oh no, even I know to behave myself in front of nobility.
She gets up from her polishing the baseboards and wanders over to one of the lower statues and starts polishing that. This one's shaped in the form of an elegant looking dragon, kind of it's got its hind legs down, its tail kind of wrapped around its feet, while it's like standing upright with its paws kind of like curled the way a begging dog might, but its head bent back and its wings kind of brushing the ground.
Yeah.
You can roll
She
a
definitely
nature or
has
you can
excellent-
roll either a nature or a arcana check to identify the kind of dragon.
You said nature and a what? You kind of broke.
Nature or arcana check to identify the type of dragon.
Nature or art.
Even though the depiction is something peaceful looking, the actual configuration of the dragon itself makes it appear to be some kind of red dragon, which is of course very odd to see a red dragon looking like that.
You know, it's strange. She has such a fascination with red dragons. This is the first one I've seen in her manner since I've been here today.
Oh, there are a lot of dragons and other weird creatures depicted in her paintings and statuary.
Yeah, but specifically red dragons, they're how do I put this delicately? They're not the nicest creatures to come across. It's strange that such a noble woman such as herself would have depictions of such a evil creature.
She thinks about that. The woman pauses in her polishing and thinks about that for a moment. Well, the statue itself never makes me think of anything evil. It looks more playful than evil.
Yeah, which is in and of itself something to ponder. I guess.
Yes, I suppose so.
You know, something to think about while you're working, which is always nice. Because then you get into that kind of trance-like state where you're basically on autopilot, just taking care of the stuff.
I know all about that.
Do you work here? Do you work here normally, full time?
Of course. I've been living here for a few years now.
Well, I hope that she's been treating you kindly. She seems like the one.
Well, she has. She's a kind and generous employer.
Very good. Yeah, I'm just here to help out with her party, and then I'll be on my. Are you from Waterdeep, or did you come from like a halfling village?
Oh, I was born here.
Yeah, I've been around. I've been to Waterdeep. I've been to a lot of other towns whose names I can't think of currently. I've been around. There's this one time I was hanging out with these other halflings. And they wanted to do something called a toga party. I never heard of a toga up until that point, but it was pretty fun.
Oh dear, what are you doing at this point?
He's just wandering around like the outside now.
Alright. As you do, you see a male gnomish gardener working on some flowers.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Which of these are the lady's favorites?
Well, she likes all of her flowers, of course, but she is quite taken with the purple ones. They match her eyes.
Would she be upset if I took one and brought it to her?
I think she would be most upset. As would I be.
Hmm.
The gnome's giving you a stern look.
Hmm. Well then. Thank you for the information.
Well, that was brief.
All right, John. Is there anybody you wish to any chance for interaction you wish to do? All right, moving on to Cansine then. Cansine, after Lady Jasmine has again left your side in front of that book. Is there anything you wish to do?
Probably just head back to the quarters and, like, if there's any food left, eat it, and then maybe hide under the bed.
All right.
Whatever's there.
She's easy.
Shells, banana peels, whatever's there.
Okay, so I guess the big question I want to ask you guys is, since there's 3 days till the party, are you just planning on sticking around the mansion and gathering more information during that time, or are you planning on like doing anything around town during that time, like more cult hunting, more this and that, or just just the information gathering?
I just occasionally hang out around the party.
Yeah, well, I'm good to wait around at the party.
Heinz
Yes.
is going to want to
Yes.
stay around the mansion, and hopefully Cage will help him disguise everything.
Olivier would go to the headquarters of his mercenary group and dock with them. So
So it looks like, but I need to put together between now and then is I'm going to give each of you write up information gathered for each of you, like things that each of you would have learned during the next 4 in-game day. Well, 3 in-game days because the 4th day will be the party day.
Should we let you know if there's anything specific we want to check out, or?
Yes, you can send me any information you wish, like specifically inquiring about, and I will give you other information based on things I know about your characters already. But if you want a specific line that I'm not realizing you're thinking about, I will definitely focus in on that.
Okay.
And if you just leave it up to me, I'll give you some things that you've overheard over the the time of your time here. That way, next session we can start off with the party.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Do you want us to send it over Roll20 or over?
Anywhere's good. I just need to be able to read it instead of just telling me now was not as
I'll send you a message then over Roll20.
I'm gonna go. Have a good day, I guess, because it's morning for you guys.
It's getting to be evening here, but yes. Have a nice night. See some of you in 2 weeks. The others of you on Tuesday. Well, yeah, those of you who joined the Tuesday game. And if anybody's looking for another game on Fridays, there's still like one opening. There's like a fresh opening for Out of the Abyss. And if anybody's looking for a game on alternate Sundays, like a 2-hour game on like every other Sunday, there's an opening there as well. For the same time slot as this game.
Is that on? You said it was alternating, so it's
It's
next week then?
Yeah, there's for next week, but I'd also love to get together with anybody for that one before that, so that we can get another character's quest thing done. That'd be Cave. Basically, it split them into the party into 2 main groups. One group had 3 people, another group only had 2 people. One of the people from the 2-party group had to leave, and we hadn't even started what was going on with them yet, other than the background information. So basically, a replacement for his partner would be useful.
Yeah.
So,
I lost my lawful evil part. My other half, literally.
oh, you're lawful evil?
Yeah, I'm chaotic good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she was playing lawful evil because that's the only way it could have worked for them both being basically FBI agents. Well, it's for my oops. Let me turn off the stream because this is not pertaining to this game anymore.